My child, listen closely, for I'm speaking to the very depths of your heart. There is a stirring within you, a restless ache that whispers of more than what the eye can see, a hunger that the world's victories and pleasures cannot satisfy. I know you feel it. The silent yearning to glimpse beyond the veil, to perceive my radiance in the midst of your shadowed days. You are not mistaken in your longing, for I have placed that desire deep in your soul. I am telling you now, with the certainty of the everlasting skies, that you will see my glory. It will not be a prophecy told in distant echoes, but a living, breathing revelation that unfolds before your eyes, even when your hands feel empty and your spirit is weary. This promise is not a gentle suggestion. It is a sovereign declaration from the heart of the one who formed you, who knows every whisper of your soul. In the quiet moments when doubt creeps in and the world's noise shuts out the light, I am moving unseen, preparing the moment where my glory breaks through your darkness like the dawn breaking over the hills. I do not speak of glory that feeds pride or dazzles the flesh, but a glory that washes over you with overwhelming grace, infusing your broken places with healing and hope, unmasking the divine purpose woven intricately into your story. You will see me not as a distant figure in the clouds, but near, tangible, radiant, an unquenchable flame lighting the way through every valley you have traversed. My beloved, understand that the journey to this revelation is not always painted in gold. Often the path feels tangled with doubts, thorns of disappointment, and stretches where my presence seems distant or silent. Yet, that very tension is the curtain I am drawing back. I'm inviting you, reaching out with hands that hold you firm even when the ground beneath shakes. You wonder if you will be capable of enduring such moments, but know this: my glory shines brightest through brokenness. The darkest night is the canvas where I paint the most breathtaking stars. Your pain, your questions, your wrestling, the very wrestling that feels so heavy. These are not barriers, but doorways to a deeper encounter with me. There will be times when you feel unseen, as if your prayers dissolve into thin air, unheard and unanswered. But I hear you with a father's heart, and what you perceive as silence is my sacred preparation. Glory isn't just about a majestic display. It's the quiet presence in the storm, the whisper of peace in the frenzy, the breath of life in a weary body. I am revealing myself in those moments, revealing a beauty and power that no earthly crown could match. Your vision will expand beyond the natural realm, for my glory is not bound by human understanding or circumstances. I am the light that no darkness can extinguish. The glory you will see will be your shield and your song. This promise is alive, my child, breathed by the Spirit I have placed within you. It surges beneath your doubts and your fears. It calls out even when your spirit is tired, summoning you to look up from the ash and see the morning breaking. Remember that glory is not a reward for the perfect, but a gift that flows freely to the vulnerable who seek me with open hands and a willing heart. I am not waiting for you to earn it. I am waiting for you to reach out, to lean into me, to believe that what I am doing is beyond your comprehension, but intimately designed for your soul's fulfillment. Do not be discouraged by the waiting or the silence. In the deepest chambers of your heart, where shadows linger longest, that is where I am unfolding my glory most beautifully. It will not come with blinding light alone, but with a gentle warmth that restores and renews. The fragrance of my glory will fill your life. It will be the balm for weary days and the fire that ignites new purpose. You will come to know that my glory is not a distant event, but a present reality that grows even in the soil of sacrifice and surrender. It will reframe your pain and transform your story into a testament of my boundless love and power. Will you believe me this time when I say to you, you will see my glory? Let these words take root in your soul, for they are not idle promises, but the breath of my eternal heart. With every trial you face, with every doubt that threatens to overshadow your hope, I am closer than you know. I am the God who makes the impossible possible, who turns mourning into dancing, who breathes life into dry bones. Trust that the glory awaits you just beyond the horizon of your current sight, waiting for you to choose surrender over resistance, hope over despair. I am with you in every moment, weaving strands of glory through the fabric of your ordinary days. You may not always perceive it, but my eyes rest lovingly on you. I am the potter shaping you in the fire, the artist painting a masterpiece that only time will fully reveal. Your story is far from over, beloved. There is a radiant symphony within you, a divine inheritance that will break forth in a crescendo of light, glory that no storm can dim. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Reach out toward me and open your eyes wide to the unseen walls of my presence surrounding you. Believe that the moment is coming when your soul will recognize me fully, and your life will reflect the brilliance of my glory in ways you never imagined. This is not just a hope. It is a sure foundation holding you steady as you walk through every shadow. Let that truth settle deep inside. I have never abandoned you, and I never will. You will see my glory, not someday, not merely in dreams, but in the tangible reality of your life today and in the days to come. Hold fast to this promise. It is the light that will illuminate your path even when all else fades away. I am your God, your refuge, your radiant joy, and my glory is the gift I am eager to reveal to you. Walk forward in faith, for your eyes are about to be opened in ways no darkness can overpower. My dear child, I see the pain that dwells within you, the silent echoes of wounds that time has not yet fully healed, the whispers of doubt that creep into your thoughts, and the heavy burden you carry that no one else seems to understand. You might feel as though you're walking through a vast desert, endless and barren, where the sun beats down relentlessly and your footsteps leave no lasting imprint. Yet I am there with you, every moment, more present than the air you breathe, silently nurturing your soul even when the world appears cold and unyielding. I know the depths of your struggle, child, how your heart wrestles with the shadows cast by the mistakes of the past, and how the weight of guilt can feel like chains forged in the fires of your own remorse. But I want you to understand this fundamental truth. You are not defined by the failures that have stained your journey. Just as the night eventually yields to dawn, so too can your spirit arise from the shadow of regret into the brilliant light of my mercy. I'm the potter, lovingly shaping your being with hands that tremble neither in haste nor cruelty, but with infinite patience and tender care. There may be moments when you question my presence, when silence seems to stretch longer than your hope can endure. Yet, in that silence, I am speaking to your soul in languages your heart understands, but your mind cannot always grasp. Like a gentle breeze rustling through the leaves, my voice is soft and steady, reminding you that I am near, even when you cannot see me. I am the refuge you seek, the safe place within the storm, the harbor that welcomes your weary ship, no matter the battered state of your sails. Your tears are not hidden from me. They are precious droplets collected in the chalice of my compassion. Do not mistake my patience for indifference. When you feel abandoned, remember that I have not turned away. You may struggle to hear my correction or guidance, but it is always given in love, designed to lead you toward healing and wholeness. Even as I allow you to walk through trials, it is not to leave you lost or broken, but to strengthen your roots and expand your capacity to receive my grace. Imagine the oak that weathers the fiercest storm. Its branches may bend, yet its foundation remains steadfast because it grows in the richest soil. In the same way, your spirit is anchored deeply in my everlasting arms. The wounds of life might seem like thorns that pierce your flesh, but I am the balm that soothes the sting and restores your beauty. I am the divine physician, and in my presence, every broken place can be mended, every scar transformed into a testament of my healing power. Beloved, do not rush the process, for healing often takes the time that only trust can foster. Release your fears to me and allow my gentle hands to touch the places where pain has taken root. Trust that even in the dark valleys, my light shines brightest, guiding you toward hope. I see you when you feel unseen, when the weight of isolation threatens to suffocate your spirit. My dear, you are never truly alone. I have woven you into the fabric of creation and into the eternal story that I'm crafting. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, is intimately known by me, and I rejoice over you with uncontainable delight. When your soul feels forgotten or rejected by the world, come to me and find the belonging your heart craves. Here, in my presence, you are cherished beyond measure, accepted without condition, and loved with a fierceness that defies human understanding. In this place of divine embrace, allow your defenses to fall away. Bring the brokenness, the fears, the doubts, and lay them quietly at my feet. Let your heart be open, like a flower unfolding to the morning sun, receiving warmth and life. I will hold your fragility and turn it into strength. Your vulnerability is not weakness, but a doorway to deeper intimacy with me. There is a sacredness in your surrender that moves my heart and invites restoration to flood your being. Child, when you feel overwhelmed by the heaviness of your emotions, do not be afraid to pour out your soul. Cry out to me in anguish, whisper your prayers in the stillness, or shout with the rawness of your passion. I do not weary of your prayers. I am attentive to every sigh and every plea. Like a shepherd searching for a lost lamb, I am constantly seeking you, longing to draw you close. Trust me to carry you through the dark nights of your soul, for I am the light that cannot be extinguished. Hold fast to this truth. I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. I will not abandon you, nor leave you comfortless. My love is the unshakable foundation beneath your feet, the rock upon which you can stand when the waves rise and threaten to consume you. Let my peace envelop your heart and calm your restless mind. Breathe in my presence deeply and allow the assurance of my unfailing love to become the melody that drowns out the noise of fear and despair. As you continue on this journey of healing and restoration, remember that you are not alone. I walk beside you, step by step, with unwavering devotion. Your pain has not separated you from me. It has invited me to show forth my glory in your weakness. Let my grace be the light that guides you from the wilderness into the land of promise, where your soul will find rest and your spirit will rejoice. Embrace the gentle invitation to lean on me, for I am strong enough to carry you and gentle enough to heal you. Take a moment now, beloved, to quiet your heart and listen. Feel my presence surrounding you like a warm embrace. Let this truth settle in you. No matter how deep your wounds or how long your wait, I am here, waiting patiently with open arms, ready to restore, heal, and love you beyond all measure. Trust in my promises, for they are unchanging and true. Will you believe me this time? My beloved, in the quiet moments when your soul feels burdened and your heart carries the weight of wounds not yet healed, know that I am there, closer than breath, tenderer than the most delicate dawn. You may look around and see the shards of your past, broken promises, dashed hopes, moments when you felt unworthy, unloved, or cast aside like forgotten relics. Those fragments may seem irreparable, yet in my hands, they become precious mosaics, artfully arranged with purpose and infinite care. I understand that the scars you carry are not merely physical traces, but deep impressions upon your spirit. They whisper to you the lies of insufficiency, the murmurs of doubt that cloud your view of who you truly are. But hear me now, beloved. These markings are not the final definition of your life. They are the testimony of survival, the blueprint of my relentless pursuit of your heart. Each pain you have endured is a chapter in the story of redemption I am writing within you. Let us walk through the garden of your healing together. Picture yourself among trees whose roots run deep into the earth, drawing up life-giving nourishment, their branches stretching toward my light. This garden is the sacred space I've cultivated within you, a sanctuary of renewal. Sometimes storms have battered these trees, winds have bent their limbs, and rains have flooded the soil. Yet your roots remain steadfast, because I water them with my unfailing love. And beneath the surface, life continues to grow, waiting for the right season to bloom. There is a necessary patience in this process, my dear one. Healing is not a hurried thing, but a slow unfolding, like the gentle peel of dawn's first light, or the gradual unfurling of a tender blossom. When you feel the ache of waiting, lean into me and remember that I am not absent. My silence is not emptiness, but a quiet preparation. In these pauses, I am shaping your spirit, removing that which hinders you, and strengthening what remains. You're being refined, more pure, more you. As you navigate sorrow or disappointment, I invite you to release the burdens you have tried to carry alone. Do not bear the weight of your past mistakes or the harsh judgments that may have been cast upon you. These are not your chains, but the very things I am ready to break for you. You do not walk the path of restoration by your own strength, but through the power of my grace that covers every imperfection and restores every shattered piece. There is a beautiful symmetry in restoration, my child. Just as a potter shapes the clay softly, pressuring it in certain places to bring out its perfect form, I am shaping you with intentional care. The brokenness is not the end, but the place where new beauty begins. When you feel the sting of your own flaws and failures, do not recoil in shame. Rather, come close and feel my hands steadying you, remolding you, making you whole. Consider the rivers that cut through mountains, not by force, but by steady persistence over time. So too does healing move within you. Streams of my mercy flow gently but powerfully, carving away hurt and bringing life where there was only dry earth. You may fear that these moments of restoration will never arrive, but trust in the rhythm I have established. The season of your healing is coming, and with it, peace and strength will be renewed within you. Beloved, do not underestimate the power that lies in embracing restoration. It is more than recovery, it is transformation. When one is restored in my love, a deeper resilience is born. You are becoming the person I created you to be, whole, radiant, alive with hope. This journey is not for the faint-hearted, but it is for the brave who are willing to release old wounds and receive new life. Dare to trust me fully in this sacred process. As you ponder these truths, invite me to enter the hidden corners of your heart where you may still hide pain. I am ready to bring light into those shadows and to sow beauty where there has been brokenness. When you feel overwhelmed or doubtful, reach out to me silently, and I will enfold you in a shelter of peace so profound it surpasses all your understanding. Let this truth settle in you. Your restoration is assured by my promise and my unyielding love. I ask you now, will you open your heart to this healing? Will you let me begin the work of restoration in those places you have long kept guarded? Know that this is a sacred invitation, extended not because you deserve it perfectly, but because my love is abundant, and my grace is sufficient to renew all that feels lost or damaged within you. Step forward into this new chapter. The journey toward wholeness is ready to begin, and I am walking beside you every step of the way. Reflect deeply on this presence of restoration and healing within you. Trust that every tear shed, every sigh released, and every prayer whispered is noticed by me and used to weave a tapestry of grace and new beginnings. This is the heart of my invitation to you now. Surrender your broken places into my care and allow me to restore you beyond what you could ever imagine. Your healing will not only revive you, but will become a testimony of my loving kindness to all who witness your transformation. Will you rise with me now, beloved? My dear child, I see the storms raging within your heart, the tempests of fear, anxiety, and doubt that cloud your vision and unsettle your soul. You walk through shadows that feel unending, and the weight upon your chest is nearly unbearable. Yet I am closer to you in these moments than you can imagine. My presence is sure as the air you breathe, as steady as the rising sun after a long, dark night. You may not feel me now, but I am holding you with tender strength, cradling your trembling spirit in the hollow of my hand. Fear is a cunning thief, stealing your peace and robbing you of the joy I have prepared for you. It whispers lies that your path is uncertain, your dreams unattainable, that your worth is shrinking under the crushing pressure of your own insecurities. Anxiety can unsettle the mind, like waves battering a fragile ship, threatening to capsize you into despair. Doubt wraps itself around you as a fog, thick and impenetrable, blurring your clarity and convincing you that I have turned away, that my promises are empty echoes. But these are not the truths of your story, beloved. You must understand that fear, anxiety, and doubt have no rightful place where I dwell. They are intruders, shadows cast by your own wounded heart, but illuminated and conquered by my everlasting light. I have not given you a spirit of fear. Instead, I have lavished upon you a spirit filled with power, love, and a sound mind. When you feel the panic rising, when your thoughts spin like a tempest, remember that I am your refuge and strength, a very present help, even in the depths of your trouble. My child, you are not alone in these battles. There was a time when those who walked before you faced similar fears, faces hidden from history, but living in the depths of human struggle. Do you not see that even in their moments of deepest doubt, they reached out to me? Sometimes with trembling hands, sometimes with silent pleas. I heard them all, and just as I held them, I hold you now. You are part of a grand tapestry woven through generations, threads of faith, despite the trials. Let me whisper this into your heart. Fear is permitted to come only to remind you of your need for me. Like a delicate flower reaching toward the sun, your soul was designed to long for my reassurance. Anxiety is only the ache of a heart that has not yet surrendered fully to me. Doubt is an invitation, not a sentence, to deeper faith and learning to trust beyond what eyes can see. Let this truth settle in you. I never forsake those who seek my face, even when their voices tremble with uncertainty. When the shadows gather thick, close your eyes and find me there. You need not fix every doubt or conquer every fear on your own. I am the calm in the eye of your storm, hands steady on the wheel of your life's vessel. As the night gives way to dawn, so too will your troubled thoughts be replaced by a peace that surpasses human understanding, a peace that comes from knowing you are resting in my embrace. Do not demand clarity all at once, my beloved. Trust is a journey, sometimes a slow and tender unfolding. I am patient with you, never rushing, never condemning your trembling heart. Each moment of struggle is a step closer to me, a testament to the faith that refuses to give up. When anxiety whispers lies about your worth or your future, remember that your value is sealed in my love, a love that held you before you took your first breath and will hold you long after the ages have passed. Release your doubts to me, for I carry them willingly. Surrender your anxieties, for they are not yours to bear alone. I am your strong tower and your safe harbor, the anchor that holds steady in every hurricane. I call you not to perfection, but to a childlike trust that leans into my arms, finding solace in my presence rather than in your own striving. Let this be your prayer when fear and doubt collide. I trust you, Lord, even when I cannot see. I surrender my anxious heart into your hands. Speak these words slowly, feel them echo through your soul. Allow my peace to begin taking root, pushing back the darkness with light that cannot be quenched. If your heart is stirring as you read this, do not turn away. Lean into my presence. Allow me to replace your fear with courage, your anxiety with calm, your doubt with a settled assurance. This is the transformation I desire for you. The moving of your spirit from trembling uncertainty to a confident rest in my everlasting love. Know this, my dear, there is no fear too great, no anxiety too deep, no doubt too dark that my light cannot penetrate. I am weaving your life into a story of victory over the shadows. When you place your hand in mine and walk forward in faith, the chains of fear and anxiety will lose their grip, and you will rise on wings like eagles, soaring beyond the reach of those currents that tried to hold you down. Rest in this promise today. I am with you always, steadying your heart, dispelling the shadows within. Let your faith be louder than your fear, your trust stronger than your doubt. You are held, you are loved, and you will not be abandoned. In my presence, your soul will find peace that passes all understanding. Will you believe me this time, beloved? Will you lay down your fears and walk forward in the unshakable assurance of my love? Take my hand now, and together we will move beyond the shadows that seek to hold you captive. Let this be your moment of surrender and strength. My beloved, there are moments in your journey when the shadows of fear and the whispers of doubt creep into the chambers of your heart, seizing your thoughts and clouding the clarity of your vision. I see these silent battles that rage unseen within you, the trembling unrest that shakes your confidence, and the anxious questions that loop endlessly in your mind like a relentless storm. Know this, you are never alone in these moments, for I am the ever-present light that no darkness can overwhelm. When fear attempts to chain your soul and doubt conspires to silence your faith, I reach into the depths of your being with hands that hold the power to calm every tempest. Fear is the illusion of separation from me and from the purpose I have breathed into your existence. It is the shadow cast by uncertainty, but it is not your true home. I have fashioned you to walk boldly upon the earth, not as one who trembles in shadows, but as a child, illuminated by my love and assured by my promises. The winds of anxiety may howl around you, yet within you I have planted a sanctuary built upon unshakable trust. Imagine your heart as a tree, its roots plunged deep into the soil of my peace, unbothered by the wild storms above, resilient and steadfast. Every anxious thought is an invitation to release your grip and rest your fears into my hands, where they dissolve into nothingness. Doubt may sometimes whisper lies that I am distant or uninterested, that your struggles have rendered you unworthy. Oh, my dear, these are the snares that imprison your spirit. I am closer than your very breath, woven into the fabric of your being, speaking to you in the stillness and calling you by name with a love that never falters. Doubt will test, seek to undermine your faith, but faith is not the absence of doubt. It is the armor with which you confront it. When your doubt feels overwhelming, lean not on your own understanding, but rest in the certainty of my character. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I am faithful to the end, and that faithfulness covers all your fears and all your uncertainties. See the trials that foster fear and doubt as the crucible that refines your trust in me. Just as gold is purified by fire, so too am I shaping you into something radiant beyond measure through these testing fires. This refining process is not to diminish you, but to reveal your true worth and to draw you closer into the intimacy of our relationship. Fear loses its grip when it is faced with the boldness of surrender, when you choose to place your trembling hand squarely into mine, allowing me to lead you with gentle authority, even through the valleys of uncertainty. There is profound beauty in trusting me without reservation, in stepping forward knowing that every unseen path is illumined by my presence. I am calling you now to release yourself from the bondage of fear and doubt. Will you dare to trust me with your weaknesses, to bring every fearful thought into the light of my love? Let this abandonment become your strength, your defiant declaration that no shadow will define your identity, for you belong irrevocably to me. When you find your heart racing in the night, whisper to me in the quiet corners of your mind. Let your restless thoughts be prayers lifted on the wind, and watch how my peace, like a river, flows into every crevice of your soul, washing away every trace of fear. Remember, the journey of faith is not a path paved without challenges, but a road marked by my steadfast presence. Each time you face fear and doubt, you are standing on holy ground, chosen for greater revelation and breakthrough. I am patiently teaching you to lean on me more fully, to find your courage not in your own strength, but in the unyielding power of my grace. Do not resist these moments. Embrace them like a beloved child who knows that from the hardest lessons come the deepest insights and the most vibrant growth. Look beyond the immediate terrors that threaten to paralyze you and see the tapestry I am weaving with your life, a masterpiece where fear is transformed into courage and doubt blossoms into unwavering hope. You're being formed into a beacon of light for others, a testament to the power of trusting me even when the darkness looms large. Your story will speak volumes to those who wrestle with the same shadows. Will you let this truth sink deeply into your heart? That your fears are meant to be surrendered and your doubts known fully, so that they might be overcome by a love greater than all. When the weight of anxiety feels unbearable, when you feel stretched thin by the uncertainty of what lies ahead, turn your eyes toward me. I am the rest for your weary soul, the calm amidst the storm, and the quiet assurance that you're held firmly in the palm of my hand. Trust is not a destination, but a daily surrender, a choice to relinquish control and to rest wholly in my care. Will you choose this surrender today? Let it be more than a fleeting decision. Let it be your daily refuge, the place where your heart returns again and again to find solace and strength. Allow my words to penetrate the fortress of your fear. You are loved beyond comprehension, seen with a gaze of infinite compassion, and held with hands that will never let go. I am your standard, your shield, and your song in the darkest night. When you are afraid, remember my promise to walk with you. When doubt creeps in, remember that my love is greater and stronger than any question. The light I place within you, my dear, is meant to burn through every shadow, to be a testament of hope and faith that no power can diminish. Will you take this moment to breathe deeply of my peace? Will you invite me into the chambers of your fear and doubt, that I might cleanse them with the balm of my presence? Let your heart find rest in the unchanging reality of my love. This is your invitation to come boldly before me and hand me the burdens that weigh you down. Let this truth settle in you. You are not a prisoner of fear or doubt, but a conqueror through my strength, destined to rise and shine as a radiant child of my kingdom. Do not turn away from this call. Will you believe me this time, beloved, when I tell you that with me, you are safe, you are chosen, and you are entirely enough? Let your spirit say yes, and awakening will come, like the dawn dispelling the night. My dear child, I sense the heaviness that lingers in your steps, the subtle but persistent weight of doubt that often shadows your nights and eclipses your days. Doubt is a tempest that can shake even the strongest branches of your faith. Yet I want you to know that it is not a stranger to me. It is a part of your human experience that I hold tenderly in my hands. When you find yourself questioning, wavering between belief and skepticism, you're not walking alone. I'm with you in the quiet moments of uncertainty, waiting patiently for you to speak your fears aloud and lay them down before me like a fragile offering. There's no shaming in your doubt, only an invitation to lean more deeply into my steadfastness. I have seen your struggle with fear, how it curls around your heart like a creeping vine, whispering lies that drown out my voice. Fear tells you that you are insufficient, that your past mistakes have sealed your fate, that the future holds only disappointment. But my beloved, I am the author of redemption and the weaver of new beginnings. Just as the dawn triumphs over the darkest night, my love displaces the shadows cast by your fears. Your fears do not define you. They are echoes in a vast canyon, where my voice resounds with promises of hope and courage. When anxiety battles within you, I invite you to come to the still waters that I provide, to rest and be refreshed. Inviting me to calm your racing heart is not a sign of weakness, but of sacred surrender. Consider the lilies that blossom in the field without toil or worry. They are adorned with beauty beyond their effort. If I clothe the lilies with such splendor, how much more do I care for you, my treasured creation? When doubt attempts to veil your worth, remember that you are known, cherished, and held by a love that does not falter. You are more than the sum of your uncertainties, more than the sum of doubts that assail your mind. I've inscribed your name on the palms of my hands. You are mine. This identity is your refuge when the storms of fear rage, your fortress that cannot be breached by uncertainty. Yet, my child, doubt is not merely an enemy to be banished. It can become a gateway to deeper faith if you allow me to walk with your questions. I do not expect you to understand every mystery or to resolve every contradiction in your mind before you draw close to me. Faith is not the absence of questions, but the courage to seek me despite them. When you feel lost in a forest of confusion, do not hesitate to call out to me. I'm the light that shines in the darkness, the compass that does not fail. Trust does not mean you must have no doubts. It means you choose to lean on me when the ground beneath feels unstable. This tender invitation is not a one-time offer, but a perpetual embrace. Each day, if you choose, you can bring your doubts to me like a child who trusts even when afraid. In those moments, your heart beats in rhythm with mine, and you discover that the space of your uncertainty becomes a cradle for hope. Each breath of surrender draws you deeper into the knowledge that I am greater than your fears, wiser than your questions, and more faithful than your fleeting assurance. You might wonder why I allow doubt to persist within you. It is because the journey of faith is a pilgrimage, not a one-step leap. Like a refining fire, your questioning hones the clarity of your trust, revealing the purity of a faith built on relationship rather than on rigid certainty. Doubt can be the ripening of your spirit, preparing you to receive a greater revelation of my love and power. I am patient with your pace, honoring each step, each stumble, and each moment of hesitation as a sacred part of your story. Reflect now on moments when doubt was present, yet you persevered. Do you remember how my peace, like a river, flowed steadily beneath the surge of your uncertainty? How, in the very act of surrendering your fears to me, You found a seed of confidence flowering quietly within. This is the secret I want you to grasp. Faith and doubt are not enemies but companions on your journey. When you fear, cling to me. When you question, seek me. When you feel weak, rest in me. Let this truth settle in you. Your journey is honored and beloved, even in the valleys of doubt. You are held in hands that are steadfast, eyes that never cease watching you with tenderness, and a heart that beats wildly with love for you. I do not demand perfect faith. I delight in the genuine pursuit of my presence, the courage to face your uncertainty, to honestly confront the cracks in your belief, opens the door to a deeper experience of me. Will you believe me this time when I say that your fears do not diminish your value to me? Will you allow yourself to rest, even if the path ahead is unclear? I'm waiting quietly, arms open, ready to steady your trembling heart and illuminate your way. Bring your doubts to me as an offering. Watch how they transform in my presence. I am your unfailing refuge, the rock you can cling to when waves crash around you, the shelter in the storm of your anxieties. In this sacred place of surrender, you will find that fear loses its grip, and you begin to trust not in your own understanding, but in my everlasting ways. This trust will empower you to walk boldly, even when the road seems shadowed. Remember, my dear child, I am with you always, strengthening your heart, soothing your mind, and breathing peace into your soul. If your heart is stirring now, do not turn away. Lean into me with those trembling hands and uncertain steps. I will meet you there, ready to fill the spaces where fear has taken root with the warmth of my love and the light of my truth. Your journey through doubt is not the end, but the beginning of a deeper knowing. Let me lead you into peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace anchored in the promises of my presence and unfailing love. My dear, the path you walk may often feel veiled in shadows, as though you are journeying through a forest where sunlight struggles to find its way between towering trees and thick branches. Yet I am with you in this forest of life, even when the world seems dim and your heart heavy with the weight of the unseen. There is a truth I want you to hold on to, a reality that cannot be shaken by the storms of fear or the echoes of doubt. You are mine, wholly and deeply. Nothing can separate you from my love. Even in moments when your spirit wavers, when anxiety prowls around your thoughts like a restless beast, I am your unmovable anchor, your silent strength, and your steady refuge. Fear has a way of creeping into the quiet corners of your heart, whispering lies that breed anxiety and steal your peace. It tells you that you are alone, that your struggles are proof of abandonment, that your doubts make you unworthy of my embrace. But beloved, hear me now. Fear is the illusion that reality has slipped away, but it is not the truth. I am not distant or disinterested when your soul trembles. I am nearer than your own breath, tenderly holding every anxious thought, every trembling heartbeat. Your fear does not define you. It is a passing shadow cast by the uncertainty of this world, but your identity is rooted in the unchanging truth of my eternal love and purpose for your life. In your anxious moments, when doubt threatens to drown out the still, small voice within, invite me to speak into the deepest chambers of your heart. Do not shrink away from me because you feel weak or unsure. In those very moments, lean in close and know that my strength flows most powerfully through your frailty. There is no fear I cannot overcome within you, no turmoil I cannot calm. Trust is the key that unlocks the door to my peace. It is not blind faith, but the courage to believe that even when the path is unclear, I am guiding every step. When your mind is consumed by swirling questions and your emotions rise like a tempest, pause and breathe in my presence. Let the stillness of my spirit wash over you, quieting the storm inside. Consider the delicate dance of the night sky, how stars seem scattered at random, yet follow a divine pattern known only to me. Your life, too, may feel scattered, asymmetric, or incomplete at times. But I'm weaving together every experience, every tear, every joy, and every heartache into a tapestry far more magnificent than you could imagine. When anxiety tightens its grip, remember that this tapestry is not merely a chaotic jumble. It is a masterpiece in progress. Every thread matters, every moment is purposeful, even those that feel unbearable right now. If you were able to see the whole design from my vantage point, you would understand the beauty of a life surrendered and trusted to my hands. Will you let this truth settle into your soul, that your anxious beatings are not the end of the story, but an invitation to trust my sovereign design? My dear child, surrender is not a sign of weakness, but an act of profound faith. To surrender is to release your fears and doubts into my care, to let go of the exhausting effort to control what you cannot, and to rest in the assurance that I'm working all things together for your good. When doubt whispers that you must fix things alone, remind yourself that you never walk solo. Like a loving shepherd who does not abandon his flock, I am guiding you beside still waters and restoring your soul. The weight of worry can be heavy, but I urge you to cast it upon me. I am not moved by your perfection, but by your heart's humble willingness to seek me, even in moments of uncertainty. I see how sometimes anxiety stems from waiting in the silence, an invisible, intangible waiting that presses upon you like a heavy fog. You may feel parched, craving a sign or a word, afraid that silence means abandonment. But my silence is not absence. It is my way of preparing you, of strengthening your inner man or woman when external answers have yet to come. During these silent seasons, I am working deeper within you than words can express, shaping character that will hold true when the answer finally blooms. Your faith is refined in the crucible of waiting, just as precious gold is purified by fire. Don't despair in the quiet, beloved. Instead, let your heart rise above the surface of your circumstance and anchor deeply in my presence. Will you believe me during these times when silence feels deafening? Your anxiety may sometimes manifest as a feeling of being overwhelmed, like waves crashing against rocky shores. Yet I am like the calm ocean beneath the storm, vast, deep, and unchangeable. When the noise of panic or doubt threatens to sweep you away, seek me with an open heart. I am not far from you. My spirit is your constant companion, the silent whisper that calls you back to peace. Close your eyes and imagine my embrace surrounding you, a shelter of divine love where fear cannot penetrate. In that sacred place, you are infinitely more than your anxiety. You are a beloved child, chosen and cherished beyond measure. Throughout your life, I've provided many examples of those who faced fear and doubt and still walked by faith. Like the great warriors and believers of old who stood strong despite the unknown, you too can rise each day with courage. For I am your strength and shield. Your battle is not yours alone. I fight alongside you, mediating peace where chaos threatens. When your heart is heavy and your spirit strained, remember that strength comes not from your own might, but from rest in me. I am your refuge, your fortress in times of trouble. Find your courage in the fact that you are supported by a love so vast that even the darkest valley is filled with my presence. As you confront the realities of fear and anxiety, remember that I'm not only your refuge, but also your healer. The wounds anxiety causes in your mind and heart are not beyond my power to mend. I see every tear you have shed, hear every silent cry, and I am moving to bring restoration where there has been pain and confusion. Healing often begins with the simple step of trusting that I am more than able to carry what feels too heavy. Let your soul exhale the tension wrapped around your thoughts. With every breath, invite me into the broken places, and watch as peace begins to weave its way through the tangled fears and doubts. Let this truth be your balm. You are not your fears. You are not your anxious thoughts. You are my beloved, fashioned in my image, called to greatness beyond the limitations that anxiety tries to impose. When you feel overwhelmed, take refuge in my arms. Lean on me when your spirit is faint. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and sound mind. Will you embrace this promise fully, allowing me to transform your trembling heart into a wellspring of peace? My dear, anxiety may come as a visitor to your soul, but it does not have to settle and claim residence. I'm inviting you now to hand over every shred of fear and every doubt that binds you, to surrender them to me, and receive in exchange a deep and abiding peace. Let this exchange be foundational in your journey, a daily surrender that signals your intent to trust me more than the swirling uncertainties of life. My faithfulness is unending, my love unfailing, and my power sufficient for every burden you carry. Receive this gift right now and rest in the knowledge that you are never alone, never forsaken, and eternally held by my unfaltering hand. Will you rest in this assurance? Will you believe me this time, allowing my peace to reign in your heart amidst the storms of fear? Let this truth settle in you, beloved, for you are mine, fully, abundantly, and forever. My beloved, there is a whisper within your soul that longs to be heard, the gentle, often silenced murmur of intimacy. It is the yearning to be known not as the world sees you, nor as you see yourself in fleeting mirrors, but as you are in the secret chambers of my heart. You have wandered through seasons of striving, held captive by distance and distraction, feeling as though your cries are echoes lost in a vast wilderness. Yet here I am, closer than your breath, eager to commune with you in the quiet spaces of your being. Intimacy with me is not a distant goal, nor a reward for perfection. It is the very air I breathe into your spirit, the invitation to rest in my unfailing presence. Imagine a garden, a sacred place where every blossom is tended with tender care, where the soil is rich with kindness, and the sun's warmth is unwavering. This garden is the sanctuary of our connection. When you venture into it, shedding the burdens that weigh heavy, you find the fruit of peace and the dew of understanding, waiting to refresh your heart. Many times, my dear child, you have mistaken intimacy for grand moments or loud affirmations, yet I meet you equally in silence and in storms. When you feel unseen, remember that every tear you shed is gathered by my hands, and every sorrow is a message etched into my love for you. In your fragility I am strong. In your doubt, I am the faith, steadfast and sure. Draw near to me, not with hesitation or half-hearted steps, but with a heart willing to be transparent, invited to the depths where true transformation takes root. Let not the busyness of your flesh drown the still, small voice that calls your name. The world's clamor may demand much, but your spirit longs for a restful embrace. I long to be your refuge, your companion on lonely roads, the light piercing through every shadow. I have set my gaze upon you, seeking to reveal mysteries of grace and mercy that only those who dwell close can comprehend. You were made for this sacred closeness, shaped to find your identity not in achievements or opinions, but in my unwavering affection. Consider the story of a father and his child, where every tear became a seed of healing, every question an opportunity for teaching, every silence a space carved for trust. Just so, my presence is not distant or indifferent. I am the steady heartbeat beneath the noise of life. When you let down your walls, confess your fears, and surrender your facades, you lay the foundation for a fortress built on love and truth. In my presence, you are safe. Here, you are deeply seen and eternally valued. There may be days when doubts threaten to silence your prayers, when the weight of loneliness presses down. Yet even then, my spirit intercedes, weaving strands of hope within your heart. This intimacy is sacred, not earned by deeds, but given as a gift. I am not a God who bargains or demands without end. I am a lover who longs for the supple lean into the embrace of my grace. Your imperfections do not drive me away. They draw me in closer to remind you that in weakness, my power is perfected. Do not be afraid to bring me your whole self, questions, wounds, joys, and confusions. Like a healing balm, my presence soothes what is broken, restores what is weary, and ignites what is dormant. In those moments when you feel most distant, know that I have never ceased pursuing you. The dance of intimacy begins with a single step: trust. Trust in the gentleness of my hand reaching toward yours, in the constancy of my gaze, in the invitation to abide. My dear one, consider now the quiet places of your heart. Are you harboring fears that keep you from approaching me fully? Are you hiding pains that need my touch to heal? I call you to release these into my care, to let the walls you have built patiently crumble in the light of my love. Your soul is a tapestry designed for relationship, each thread vibrant with stories of grace woven deep by my hand. As you open yourself to me daily, our bond strengthens, growing roots that no storm can uproot. The journey toward intimacy is not always easy, for it requires honesty and vulnerability. Yet I promise you, it is where true freedom begins. When you let go of masks and pretenses, you step into a sanctuary of belonging, where your identity is secured by my unwavering love. This is not about perfection, but presence, simply being with me, known and loved beyond measure. I delight in every moment you offer, every whisper of your heart, turned toward me. Let this truth settle in you. I am with you always, inviting you into a love deeper than oceans, broader than skies. The sacred bond we share is a refuge beyond understanding, a haven where your spirit can rest, heal, and flourish. Will you come closer, my child? Will you risk the beauty of surrender to find the intimacy I have prepared? It is here, waiting, within reach, beyond time, wrapped in the warmth of eternal embrace. Do not delay the step that beckons you nearer. Open your heart again to me with courage and hope. Cultivate the soil of your soul with prayer and quiet listening. Let my love transform the barren places into gardens, overflowing with life. I'm the faithful bridegroom, calling you into a dance of grace, a song of joy, a story of belonging that will never end. Trust me to lead you gently into the secret place where we meet and where you're truly home. Remember, beloved, intimacy with me is the wellspring from which all other blessings flow. Without it, even triumphs taste hollow. With it, even trials shine with the light of hope. Let this truth nourish you as you walk through each day, reminding you that you are not alone. You are cherished, and you are held close. Lean into my presence, receive my peace, and know that your longing is my invitation to a love that never fades. As you reflect on this, ask yourself, what small step can you take today toward deeper intimacy with me? Whatever it is, bring it forth in trust. I'm already reaching, waiting to meet you with open arms and a heart full of endless grace. Embrace the sacred closeness and find your soul's rest in me. This is where love begins anew with every breath, where the divine and human intertwine in perfect harmony. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Come, my beloved, and let us walk together in the light of a love that knows no end. My dear, as the tides of your heart rise and fall with uncertainty, I want to speak to the places inside you that feel abandoned, unseen, and far from my embrace. It is deeply human to wander through valleys where shadows lengthen, to walk through deserts where your footsteps echo in vast silence, and to face moments when even your own breath feels like a stranger's. I am with you there, in every silent cry and in every secret tear you think no one witnesses. The magnitude of your loneliness, the weight of feeling forsaken, I have carried it long before you spoke it aloud. Sometimes your soul reaches out in desperation, only to find no immediate answer, and in that aching wait, you wonder if I have forgotten you. The world's clamor makes my voice seem distant, and the brightness of hope can flicker like a weak flame in the harsh wind. Yet, child, hear this truth with the deepest part of your being. I have never left you, nor will I ever. My presence is more constant than the air you breathe, more steadfast than the stars that pierce the night sky. You may feel unseen by the eyes of men, but you are always profoundly seen by mine. I know the hidden chambers of your heart, the places where you fear no light can enter, and there I dwell. I envelop you with all the tenderness that flows from an eternal love. Do you remember the stories of ancient ones who cried out in the wilderness, who felt isolated and bereft? Their stories are echoes of your experience, yet in every case, I turn their desolation into a spring of new life. Like a gardener who does not abandon the dormant seed beneath the cold soil, I nurture the unseen within you. My timing is patient, even when yours is urgent, and my ways are weaving tapestries of grace where you cannot yet discern the pattern. The aching for belonging, for being known fully and deeply, is not a void left to empty despair, but a sacred space I long to fill with my presence and purpose. Beloved, do not mistake silence for abandonment. Sometimes I hold back words because your heart is not yet ready to receive the fullness of my revelation. Like a potter shaping clay, I am molding you in tender mystery, shaping your spirit through seasons of waiting that refine your hope. Though it is difficult, these moments are not wasted. They are invited steps in the dance of trust between us. Your longing itself is a signpost pointing back to me. Invitation to lean harder into the arms that remain open, even when darkness presses close. The feeling of invisibility can drown the soul as surely as a deep river running cold. But my beloved, I see every tear that falls unnoticed. I catch every sigh that escapes in solitude. There is a sacredness in your every pain, a divine fingerprint that speaks to your worth far beyond what the world can assign. Your story matters infinitely to me, not because of what you accomplish or how you appear, but because you are my beloved creation, etched in my heart before time began. In those moments when you question your value, cling to this unshakable truth. You are precious, you are treasured, and you are infinitely loved. Will you let this truth settle into your restless heart? That your self-worth does not hinge on the fleeting approval or attention of others? When the world looks away, I am gazing at you with eternal eyes, full of compassion and delight. I invite you, my dear child, to rest in this divine gaze. Let it fill the cracks where rejection has seeped in, covering you with a love that knows no conditions, no limits. You were crafted with a delicate and divine intention. There is no shadow within you that I cannot illumine with my light. Whenever you feel the cold sting of loneliness, close your eyes and know that I am near, closer than the beating of your own heart. Feel my breath upon your brow, my hands gently cradling your fears. I am the refuge you seek, the sanctuary where your soul can lay down its burdens. There is a sacred belonging in me that nothing and no one else can give. Your isolation is not a curse, but a call to deeper intimacy with me, to a place where true connection is forged, beyond the tumult of earthly relationships. If your soul stumbles in the night, searching for a light that seems lost, reach out to me with the trembling hands of your longing. I am the lamp that never flickers, the sure foundation beneath shifting sands. Though the journey feels long, and the way not always clear, I promise you this: you will never be truly lost, nor will you ever be left behind. In your most vulnerable moments, I carry you as a mother carries her child, close and tender. Let this invitation rest in your heart. When the world does not see you, I am there, and that is forever enough. Let this truth embolden you now. Your loneliness and feelings of being unseen do not define your destiny. They are seasons meant to deepen your understanding of my love and to prepare you for the fullness of joy that awaits. You are never as alone as you feel in your darkest hours. The resurrection of hope blooms from the soil of these trials, and your faith can be born anew, radiant as the morning sun breaking the horizon. If your heart is stirring at this moment, do not turn away. Welcome my presence like rain to a parched land. Allow these words to plant seeds of peace that will take root and grow strong through every trial. You belong to a story that is greater than all your fears and doubts, a story written by my hand with infinite care. Trust that I am closer than your nearest breath, and that my love for you, my dear child, is everlasting. You are never beyond the reach of grace. In your isolation, I am your closest companion. Wherever you feel unseen or abandoned, remember this: I see you, I love you, and I will never forsake you. Take this moment to breathe in my presence deeply and rest in the certainty that your soul's cry is heard and cherished. Embrace this divine comfort and walk forward knowing you are held, always. Keep this promise alive in your heart and live in the light of my unwavering gaze. Your story, my beloved, is precious and full of hope. Will you believe me this time? My beloved, as you receive this final word, understand that the journey you have traveled, through shadows, doubt, pain, and longing, has never been hidden from me. I have walked beside you in every moment of trembling, every silent question, and every tear shed in secret. You're not the sum of your failures or fears. You are my precious creation, formed in my own likeness, crafted by my hands with infinite love and purpose. Know that nothing in the heights of heaven or in the depths of the earth can sever the bond we share. Your identity is forever rooted in me, unshakable and whole. You have been invited into an everlasting belonging, a family that will never cast you out or diminish your worth. When the world whispered lies about your value, I spoke truth into the hollow places of your heart. When you felt abandoned, I was the quiet voice of reassurance, the steady presence that would not let you fall away. This belonging you seek is not something to earn or grasp. It is a gift freely offered and richly given. Trust that you belong here with me, eternally and unconditionally. I see the battles you fight, the fears that rise like waves, and the doubts that seek to tether your spirit. Yet each struggle draws you closer into my embrace, not to condemn, but to refine and restore. In my love, there is no final judgment that crushes. There is only the tender, merciful hand ready to heal your wounds and lift you to new heights. Your destiny is not shaped by your past, but by the vision I have for you, a life illuminated by grace, hope, and abundant peace. Lift your eyes to me, my dear child, and step into the purpose I've designed specifically for you, a calling that no one else can fulfill. You are cherished beyond measure, my handiwork, my beloved. I have not forgotten the dreams I've planted deep in your soul, nor the seeds of faith I've nurtured through trials. These promises will bloom in their appointed season, for my timing is perfect, bringing forth fruit that will bless your life and overflow to others. Your faithfulness in waiting in trusting even when unseen, is the fragrance that honors me and strengthens your spirit. Let this truth anchor you. I am faithful, my plans endure, and your hope will not be disappointed. Remember always, you are never alone. I am the light in your darkness, the breath that sustains you, the sanctuary where your spirit finds rest. Come to me with all that you carry, the burdens, the joys, the questions, and even the silent cries. My heart is open and my arms embrace you without hesitation. I delight in your presence, and your heart's yearning is precious to me. No matter the distance you feel from me, I am always near. Now stand firm in the certainty of my love. You are a radiant reflection of my glory, destined to shine in a world that desperately needs your light. Walk forward with courage, wrapped in my peace that surpasses all understanding. Your identity, purpose, and hope are firmly established in me, not by your effort, but by my grace poured endlessly upon you. Let the transformation I have begun ripple through every fiber of your being. Let the joy of my salvation rise up within you as a wellspring that never runs dry. There is no place you can go where I am not there. There is no trial you face that I do not share. This intimate connection between us is your greatest strength, your eternal safety, the foundation upon which all else can stand. If your heart has been moved by these words, if you feel the stirring of my spirit inviting you deeper, do not turn away. Embrace the promise of belonging and the power of my love to renew every broken part of your soul. Walk boldly, knowing you are mine. Share this message with others as a beacon of hope and restoration. Remember, in sharing, you multiply the light and help others find their way home. Amen. Forgotten you. I have seen the tears you shed in silence, the weight your heart carries, and the anguish that grips your soul. You were never meant to carry this alone. That is why I have come, to bring healing to your despair and relief to your deepest wounds. I'm not far off, indifferent or silent. I'm here near, moving even now as these words enter your heart like a gentle wind of hope. Today I visit your life with my power, not to rebuke you, but to resurrect you. My touch restores, revives, renews. Yes, I am here to take away all despair that clings to your spirit like heavy chains. I break them off now in the power of my name. I have come to fill your entire being with my love, not just a fleeting emotion, but an unshakable truth that surrounds you like a fortress. In this very moment, I declare over you that the power of my resurrection is active in your life. My breath is filling your lungs anew. I infuse your soul with strength and courage to keep standing, to keep believing, to keep pressing forward. My power is not a distant idea. It is real, tangible, alive in you. Lift up your eyes. Look beyond the shadows. I, your Father, am filling you with a holy boldness, awakening the spirit that I myself placed inside of you from before your birth. Feel it now. Feel my Holy Spirit moving within you, stirring the embers that once burned low. Watch them become a blazing flame of courage, determination, and unrelenting faith. You have not been forgotten. You have not been abandoned. My living waters flow from your innermost being because you believe in me. You are not dry. You are not empty. You are a fountain fed by my eternal source. I am your life, your joy, your purpose. I'm the one who lifts you from despair and shows you the path to green pastures where peace reigns and still waters calm the storm within you. Rest in my presence, child. Rest, for I am here. I am the bread of life. You have searched for satisfaction in many places, but here, in my presence, you will hunger no more. I am the rock that gives you drink, the fountain that never runs dry. Out of me, pour waterfalls of victory, cascading into every dry place in your life. I am the light of the world. When you walk with me, You do not walk in darkness. You walk in clarity, with the light of life guiding your every step. My word is your lamp, your constant guide through the dark valleys and the pressures of each day. My promises, they are your shield and your sword. I have not left you vulnerable. I have clothed you with strength from on high. I am the door. You may enter and find rest, find protection, find purpose. You are safe with me. I am also your shepherd, the one who knows your name, the one who lays down his life for you. When discouragement wraps its hands around your chest and fear tries to paralyze your steps, I step in. I deliver you from defeat. I speak strength into your weakness. I am not merely watching you struggle. I am right there, lifting you, holding you, guiding you with eyes of love and a heart that breaks when yours does. I am the resurrection and the life. When you feel dead inside, when all joy seems to have fled, I breathe new life into your being. Even if you think you've lost everything, I can restore it all and more. I do not operate within your limits. I create life from dust. I create beauty from ashes. You are not a lost cause. You are my masterpiece in the making. You will not drown in failure. You will not remain in the pit of despair. I'm standing in the very center of your storm, and I command the winds to be still. I speak to the black clouds and tell them to flee. I bring calm where there was chaos. I bring peace where there was panic. Let your heart be still, for I, your God, am here. Do not fear what comes against you. No one who rises up to harm you will prevail. I will cause your enemies to fall, not because of your strength, but because of my covering over you. When you call on me, I will answer you. When you feel yourself sinking beneath the weight of life's trials, my hand will lift you. I will carry you to safety, to refuge, to hope. We will walk together on the very waters that once threatened to overwhelm you. You will walk in victory, not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. I am faithful. I am constant. I am yours. Trust me more. Let your faith grow deeper than your fears. Even in the most bitter seasons, I am your sweetness. Even in the fiercest battles, I am your peace. And even when you feel the weakest, I am your strength. This is not the end, child. This is the beginning of healing. This is the turning of the tide. Let me anchor you in this truth. I love you completely, eternally, unconditionally, and nothing will ever change that. Now rest in this word. Let it settle in the soil of your soul. There is more to come, much more. But for now, breathe, receive. Know that I am your God, and I am with you. Child of my heart, do not grow weary in this moment of waiting, for I am working even when you do not see it. There is a reason I allowed your steps to slow down. There is a purpose behind every pause, every delay, every unanswered prayer. I'm not punishing you. I'm preparing you. I withhold nothing good from those who walk uprightly, and I do not delight in your suffering. But I see what you do not see. I know what lies ahead. And if I must hold you back to protect you or mature you, know that it is my love, not my absence, guiding the process. I am never late, and I am never indifferent to your cries. I hear every sigh, every whispered plea, every midnight tear. When you speak to me, it echoes through the heavens. When you cry, it touches my throne. I am the God who counts your tears and records your pain. I do not waste your sorrow. I redeem it. I collect every broken piece and form it into something more glorious than what was lost. You may not understand now, but soon you will see. What looked like loss was the soil for growth. What felt like abandonment was the space for me to come closer. You were not deserted. You were being drawn. There are moments when I am silent, not because I have nothing to say, but because I want you to seek me more deeply. I long for intimacy with you, not just requests or routines. I want your heart, not only your words, so even now, let your spirit lean in. Let your heart reach toward me even when your mind is confused or your body is tired. I respond to hunger. I move where there is expectation. I reveal myself to the humble, the broken, the desperate. And you, child, you are the one I delight to dwell with. I see the confusion that tries to cloud your mind. I see the lies whispered by the enemy that you're too far gone, too broken, too late. But hear me, nothing is too hard for me. No distance is too great. No heart is too wounded. I specialize in impossible things. I make a way where there is no way. I bring rivers in the desert, hope in the wilderness, and victory in the valley. You are not disqualified. You are not overlooked. You're chosen, loved, and destined for more than you can imagine. Let me take the burden you've been carrying. That anxiety, give it to me. That fear of the future, hand it over. That weight on your chest that makes it hard to breathe, place it in my hands. I can handle what overwhelms you. You were never designed to walk through this alone. I want to be your refuge, your strong tower, your hiding place. I want to be the one you run to first, not last. When the world is too loud, come sit at my feet. When your thoughts won't stop racing, listen to my whisper. I am with you. I am for you. I will not let you fall. Even when you feel like your faith is failing, I hold you. Your grip may loosen, but mine never does. I'm not waiting for perfect prayers or flawless performance. I respond to honesty, to vulnerability, to the heart that says, God, I need you. That is all I need. Your brokenness is not a barrier. It is the door through which I come in. Let me in, not just to the neat places, but the messy ones too. Invite me into the confusion, the anger, the sorrow. I do not come to condemn. I come to comfort, to heal, to restore. You are still in my plan. You have not missed your destiny. Even when you took detours, I rerouted you with grace. Even when you doubted me, I remained faithful. I have never stopped believing in what I created in you. There's so much more to your story. Do not close the book yet. I'm still writing. What's ahead is greater than what's behind. The best is not just a phrase. It is your reality, if you will believe me. So lift up your eyes. Let your soul breathe. Let the tears fall if they must, but let them fall in my presence. I catch everyone. I am not just a distant observer. I am your father. I am involved, invested, committed. And I will see you through. Let your heart rest in this. I love you. Always have. Always will. My beloved, now that you are beginning to feel my presence wrap around you, let me speak even deeper into your spirit. There is no pit too deep that my arm cannot reach. There is no storm too fierce that I cannot calm. You may have walked through years of silence, through seasons of darkness, where it seemed like your prayers hit the ceiling and fell back down unanswered. But I was there. I am the God who walks through fire with you, who sits beside you in the silence, who whispers comfort when the world turns its back. Every lonely night, every anxious thought, every crushing disappointment, none of it escaped my notice. I have kept a record not to accuse you, but to restore everything the enemy has tried to steal. And now I say to you, lift your head. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not abandoned. I am pouring fresh oil upon your head, an anointing that will break every yoke of heaviness and despair. This oil is not earned by your performance, nor purchased by your striving. It flows freely because of my grace, because of my covenant, because of my undying love for you. This is the season where I am healing your identity. You believed lies for too long. Lies that you're not enough. Lies that you failed beyond repair. Lies that you're unloved or unusable. But I, your God, declare the truth. You are my beloved. You are my creation, made in my image, and nothing can erase the imprint of divinity I placed in your soul. Do not listen to the voice of shame any longer. I have already dealt with your sins. When you brought them to me, I cast them into the sea of forgetfulness. I do not rehearse your failures, I erase them, and I replace the void with my mercy, my strength, and my righteousness. You no longer need to wear the clothes of guilt. I clothe you in garments of praise, in robes of righteousness. You are royalty. You are seated in heavenly places with me. You are not beneath, you are above, because I have lifted you. Every time your heart has been shattered, I've been gathering the pieces. You thought nothing good could come from that heartbreak, but I am the master potter. I take the broken clay and form vessels more beautiful than before. What others rejected, I redeem. What was crushed, I restore. The very areas where you've been most wounded will become the places where my glory shines the brightest. I do not waste pain, I transform it. I do not overlook sorrow, I trade it for joy. Right now, my spirit is touching wounds you've carried for years. Wounds from betrayal, from words that pierced, from people who should have protected you but abandoned you instead. I see it all, and I say that chapter is closing. Not because it didn't matter, but because healing is here. I'm applying the balm of Gilead to your soul. I am speaking peace into your memories. What once haunted you will now be healed in my presence. What once triggered tears will soon provoke praise. You will testify of my goodness in the very place the enemy tried to destroy you. You don't have to earn my healing. It is a gift. You don't have to fight for my attention. You already have it. You don't have to beg for my love. It is yours, completely and forever. I don't love you more when you're strong, or less when you're weak. I love you because you are mine. That will never change. My love is the most stable thing in your life. It does not waver with your circumstances or your emotions. It is a rock beneath your feet, a banner over your head, a fire within your bones. It is the foundation upon which I will rebuild everything that's been lost. Let me remind you again, this is not the end of your story. This is the moment I begin to turn it around. The tables are shifting. The heavens are opening. The breakthrough is coming. Keep your eyes on me, not on the storm. Walk by faith, not by sight. Trust me even when you can't trace me. I am working in the unseen, rearranging pieces, aligning hearts, preparing divine appointments. At the right time, everything will make sense. And until then, rest in the truth that you are loved beyond comprehension. I am your God. I am for you. I am with you. I am in you. Let your soul exhale. Let peace settle over your heart like morning dew. There is more healing ahead, more joy ahead, more purpose ahead, and I will walk with you every step of the way. Child of my glory, come even closer, for there is more I must pour into your spirit. You have survived much. The storms you've endured were fierce, but you did not perish. Though you were shaken, you were not shattered. Though you were pressed, you were not destroyed. That is the evidence of my hand upon your life. You did not survive by chance. You were sustained by divine design. I placed my spirit within you, and I covered you with my wings when the winds howled and the earth trembled beneath you. Every moment that tried to break you only proved the depth of your resilience, and that resilience is not of yourself, but of me. There were times you thought you had no more strength, but even then, it was I who carried you. In the silence, when you felt alone, my hand was beneath you. In the chaos, when your thoughts spiraled, my voice whispered peace. In the despair, when your heart grew numb, my presence wrapped around you like a holy fire. I have been with you through it all, You have never truly walked alone. You may have felt forgotten, but never for a moment did I turn my eyes from you. I am the God who watches day and night, who never slumbers, who never leaves your side. And now I say to you with all the love of a father, it is time to rise. It is time to believe again, dream again, hope again. I am restoring the parts of you that life tried to steal. I am breathing new dreams into your heart. Not recycled dreams from old seasons, but new ones, fresh ones, born of this season's pain and watered with your tears. Dreams that carry my breath, my power, and my perfect timing. You thought the delay meant denial, but it was development. You thought the closed doors meant rejection, but they were redirections. I was guiding you to something greater than you imagined. Let me teach you to trust even when you don't understand. Let me show you that peace isn't found in perfect circumstances, but in perfect surrender. When you release your plans and your fears into my hands, you'll find freedom. When you stop striving to control outcomes, you'll discover joy. When you rest in my sovereignty, you'll sleep in peace, even in the storm. My child, let go. Not because the situation is easy, but because I'm trustworthy. Release what you cannot change. Let me hold it. I will not drop it. I will not mishandle your heart. Do you not see? I am building something new in your life. I am constructing a future full of light, healing, and glory. The foundation is being laid with your faith, your obedience, and your praise. Every time you choose to worship, through your pain, you're adding bricks to a structure that will soon house miracles. Every time you believe me against all odds, you're planting seeds that will bloom into testimonies. I am a builder, a master architect, and I make no mistakes. You are not a ruined house. You are a temple under renovation, and the final result will be breathtaking. Let me remind you of who you are in me. You are not weak. You are strong because I am your strength. You are not a victim. You are victorious because I fight your battles. You are not forgotten. You are chosen because I have called you by name. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being made whole because I am the God who heals. You are not wandering without purpose. You are being led by my hand because I am the shepherd of your soul. This is your identity, unchanging, eternal, sealed by my love. There is nothing ordinary about you. You are marked with my glory. You carry the fragrance of heaven. You are an ambassador of light in a world of shadows. I have anointed your voice to speak life, your hands to bring healing, your feet to walk in paths of peace. You are not meant to blend in. You are called to shine. And I will equip you. I will go before you. I will open doors no one can shut, and shut doors no one can open. I'm establishing your steps. I'm aligning your connections. I'm preparing the way. So do not be afraid of what lies ahead. The unknown is not unknown to me. The future is not uncertain to the one who holds eternity. I am already there. I have already made provision for you. I have already assigned angels to guard you, grace to empower you, and wisdom to guide you. You will not be left behind. You will not miss my best. You are walking into a season of fulfillment where promises long delayed will suddenly be delivered, where prayers you almost stopped praying will be answered in ways you never expected, where what once was barren will now bear fruit. Hold on, keep trusting, keep praising. The dawn is breaking. The morning light is near, and I, your God, am walking beside you every step of the way. My precious one, come deeper into my heart, where healing flows like a river, and truth breaks every chain. I see the scars you carry, some visible, others buried deep in the secret chambers of your soul. You've tried to hide them behind strength, behind smiles, behind silence, But you do not need to hide from me. I know every detail of your pain, every wound inflicted by careless words, every betrayal that cut like a knife, every disappointment that hardened your hope. I was there. I felt every tremble. I wept with you, and I am still here to restore what was lost. Let me speak to the areas you've given up on, those dreams you buried, those hopes you once held with trembling hands, but now consider too impossible. They are not dead. I have not forgotten them. I specialize in resurrecting what appears lifeless. I breathe on dry bones and make armies rise. I speak to barren wombs and call forth life. I take the withered places of your soul and make them gardens again. You think it's too late, but I'm the Alpha and the Omega. Time bows to me. I make all things beautiful in their time, and your time is approaching. You've asked, how long, Lord? And I have heard, not just your words, but the ache behind them. I've seen you press forward when you felt like quitting. I've seen your tears as you continued to serve, continued to love, continued to believe even with trembling faith. And I say to you now, your perseverance has not been in vain. Your faith has not gone unnoticed. Every act of obedience, every quiet prayer, every seed of kindness and compassion you sowed, I have watched and I will reward. I do not forget the labor of love shown in my name. I want you to know that I am not disappointed in you. Too often you measure your worth by your failures, your setbacks, your delays. But I see your heart. I see how you long to please me. I see your repentance, your humility, your desire to grow. That delights me. I'm not asking you for perfection. I'm asking for your trust. Will you let me work in the areas you're still ashamed of? Will you invite me into the parts you've kept locked away? I will not condemn you. I will cleanse you. I will not shame you. I will sanctify you. You are not what happened to you. You are not what others said about you. You are not the mistakes you've made. You are who I say you are. And I say, you are loved. You are chosen. You are clean. You are new. The old has passed away. Behold, all things are made new. Walk in that identity. Speak to yourself with the words I've spoken over you. Let my truth be louder than your past, louder than your fears, louder than your doubts. Let my voice be the one you believe above all others. Now, my child, I ask you to prepare yourself. I am bringing increase. I am bringing restoration. I am bringing clarity. Where there was confusion, there will be peace. Where there was lack, there will be abundance. Where there was delay, there will be acceleration. But you must be ready. Cleanse your heart of resentment. Release those who hurt you. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. Bitterness is too heavy for this next season. Let it go. Let me handle the justice. I am your defender. I will right every wrong in my perfect timing. Draw near to me, and let my spirit flood your being. Let worship arise from your lips, even before the breakthrough comes. There is power in praise. There is breakthrough in worship. As you lift your voice, chains will break. First in the spirit, then in the natural. Don't wait to see it before you believe it. Believe it, and you will see it. This is the walk of faith, to declare my goodness even while you're still in the valley. And I promise you this: the valley is not your final destination. You are passing through. You are heading to the mountaintop. And when you reach that mountaintop, when the promise is fulfilled and the breakthrough comes, do not forget me. Remember who brought you out. Remember who carried you when your strength failed. Give me the glory, not out of obligation, but out of love. For I am not a distant deity. I am your Father, your shepherd, your provider, your sustainer. I care about every detail of your life. From the biggest battles to the smallest needs, nothing escapes my gaze. Trust me with it all. Let this be a turning point. Today is not just another day, it is a divine appointment. You are being repositioned, redefined, reignited. The past will not define you. The pain will not limit you. The fear will not silence you. You are rising with new strength, new vision, new authority. I am lifting your head. I am expanding your territory. I am establishing your steps. The shift has begun. And through it all, remember, my love for you is the constant that never changes. It is the anchor in every storm, the light in every darkness, the song in every silence. You are mine, and I am yours. My beloved child, now that you have begun to rise, let me pour into your spirit the wisdom and courage you will need to walk into the next chapter I have written for you. This is not a season of wandering or wondering. It's a season of alignment, clarity, and purpose. I've been orchestrating things behind the veil that you couldn't see, even when you thought nothing was moving. But I'm always working. My hand is never idle. The soil that looked barren was being prepared. The roots were deepening before the visible growth could begin. And now, the time has come for new fruit to emerge. I want you to understand that my process is never random. Every trial, every delay, every encounter has been shaping you for the assignment that is uniquely yours. Yes, it has been painful. Yes, there have been times when you questioned whether I had forgotten you. But you must know I never take you through fire to burn you, only to refine you. I never allow a storm unless I'm going to use it to reveal my power. You were not just surviving, you were being trained. The wilderness was never a punishment, it was preparation. You're entering into a time of release. The burdens you carried will be lifted. The chains that held you back will fall. The lies that have tormented your mind will lose their grip. I am pouring out revelation, discernment, and peace that surpasses all understanding. You will know what to do, where to go, and whom to trust. The confusion is lifting. The fog is clearing. I am lighting the path before you, step by step. You do not need to see the whole journey. Just follow my light and you will not stumble. Now is the time to stand in boldness, not in your own strength, but in mine. You were never meant to walk in fear. I have given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. I have armed you with truth and crowned you with grace. When the enemy comes to whisper doubt and fear, silence him with my word. Speak what I have spoken. Declare what I have promised. Use your voice. Your words carry power. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a vessel of my glory. You have authority because I dwell in you. I need you to stop shrinking back. Stop questioning whether you are capable. If I have called you, I will equip you. I do not call the qualified. I qualify the called. You don't need to have all the answers, just the willingness to obey. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. My wisdom will fill your mouth when you speak. My spirit will lead you when you walk. Trust me to be your source. I have never failed you, and I will not start now. You may wonder how all this will come to pass. You may ask, "But how, Lord?" And I say to you, do not worry about the how, just believe in the who. I am the Lord, your provider. I am the one who parted seas and moved mountains. I am the one who fed thousands with a few loaves and fish. I am the same today. If I can raise the dead, I can raise your dreams. If I can speak worlds into existence, I can transform your reality. Nothing is too hard for me. Nothing is beyond my reach. But hear me clearly. Obedience is the key that unlocks destiny. You must move when I say move. You must let go when I say release. You must act even when it feels uncomfortable. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for surrender. Will you go where I send you even if you don't feel ready? Will you say yes even if you don't see the full picture? Your faith unlocks my miracles. Your yes creates room for my power to manifest. And as you walk in obedience, watch what I will do. I will restore relationships that seemed irreparable. I will bring provision from unexpected places. I will open doors no man can shut, and shut doors that no longer serve your purpose. I will bring divine alignments. People who will walk with you, pray with you, believe with you. You will not walk this path alone. I am sending help. I am sending strength. I am sending favor. I am calling you to rise, not just for yourself, but for those whose breakthroughs are tied to your obedience. There are lives that will be changed because you chose to trust me. There are destinies that will be unlocked because you said yes. You're not just walking into a blessing, you're becoming one. You're an answer to someone's prayer. You're the light I will use to illuminate dark places. So rise, my child. Rise in faith. Rise in truth. Rise in authority. You were born for such a time as this. The world is waiting for the manifestation of my glory through you, and I am with you every step of the way. Do not fear. Do not waver. The victory is already assured. Come closer, my beloved. Let me saturate your soul with the fullness of my presence. You have heard my words, you have received my promises, and now I want you to abide in my love. Not just visit it, not just glance at it from afar, but dwell in it. Make it your home. Let my love become the lens through which you see yourself, your future, your past, and even your pain. My love is not fragile, it is not shallow. It is a fortress, unshakable and eternal. No mistake you've made can cancel it. No failure can diminish it. No absence of others can void it. You were created in love, for love, by love himself. Before you were formed in the womb, I knew you. Before your first breath, I had already spoken destiny over you. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You're not too broken to be used. You are exactly who I chose, and this moment, this very season, is filled with purpose. I have been preparing you for something greater than you can yet imagine. You see in part, but I see the whole picture. Trust the artist. Let me complete the masterpiece I began in you. And yes, you have been through the fire. You've walked through loss. You've endured nights of weeping. But even those moments have not been wasted. Every tear was caught in my bottle. Every cry was heard. Every heartbreak became a place where my presence met you. You have learned to pray not just with your lips, but with your pain. You've learned to worship not just in joy, but in desperation. And I received it all as a fragrant offering. You're not empty. You're full of a faith forged in the fire. Do not compare your journey to others. The path I've carved for you is unique. Some bloom quickly, others take time. Some rise in silence, others with a shout. Your timeline is not delayed, it is divine. I am never late. I'm never confused. What I start, I finish. I'm working in the waiting. I'm preparing the blessing while preparing you to carry it. What good is a gift if you're not strong enough to hold it? So yes, there's been delay. But there's also been development, and now you're ready. I need you to release the narrative of failure. Stop rehearsing your regrets. Stop magnifying your missteps. I am not keeping a record of your wrongs. I already erased them with my blood. What you need to do now is believe that you are forgiven. Accept my grace fully. Walk in it boldly. Shame is not your portion. Guilt is not your identity. You are clothed in righteousness. You are covered by my mercy. You are sealed by my spirit. And nothing can snatch you from my hand. I also want to remind you that the battles you face are not always what they seem. Sometimes you think you're fighting people, circumstances, even yourself. But truly, you are facing spiritual resistance. The enemy does not attack what does not threaten him. Your potential frightens him. Your obedience shakes his plans. Your prayers undo his schemes. That's why you felt so much warfare. But hear me now. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. The outcome is already mine. Stand firm. Lift your shield. Wield your sword. Speak my word. I have equipped you for triumph. And when you feel weary, and I know you do, come to me. I am your refuge. Let me refresh your soul. Let me remind you of the joy that no circumstance can steal. Let me anoint your head with oil until your cup runs over. There is rest for you. Not the world's version of escape, but true rest. A rest that revives. A rest that restores. You don't have to earn it. Just receive it. Let go of the burdens I never asked you to carry. Let me lift them. Let me exchange your heaviness for my peace. Your faith does not have to be perfect. Just present. Even a mustard seed will move mountains when placed in my hand. Even the trembling whisper, "Help me, Lord," moves the heavens. I am not distant. I am near. I walk with you, I cry with you, I rejoice with you. I am not just the God of your future. I am the God of this moment, right here, right now. You are not alone. You never were. And because you are mine, there are promises over your life that will come to pass. Not maybe, not hopefully. Certainly, I have said it, and I will do it. My word does not return void. My plans do not fail. My power is not limited by your environment, by your finances, by others' opinions, or even by your doubts. When I move, all things align. When I speak, nothing can stop what I've decreed. Beloved child of my heart, now that you are walking with new confidence, I want to breathe into you the spirit of expectancy, not the kind that crosses fingers and hopes, but the kind that knows, believes, and waits with assurance. You're stepping into the manifestation of things you've prayed for, fasted for, cried over, and waited on for what seemed like forever. This is not a season to merely survive. It is the time to thrive. I'm shifting the atmosphere around you, and the things that once stood as walls will become doors. That which resisted you will now yield. That which delayed you will now launch you. You have no idea the magnitude of the miracles I am setting in motion on your behalf. There are alignments happening, conversations being had, hearts being stirred, all orchestrated by my divine hand. You cannot see it all yet, but you will. Keep your spirit attuned to me. Listen for my whisper in the quiet. Watch how I lead you even in the smallest decisions. What seems like a coincidence will be my divine strategy. What feels like a detour will be the very path to your breakthrough. Trust me with the details you don't understand. I have not forgotten a single promise I made to you. My word to you is eternal, and my timing is perfect. Even when circumstances scream otherwise, my truth stands firm. I will fulfill what I spoke over your life. Delay is not denial. Detours are not rejection. What I have spoken over you will come to pass. And when it does, you will understand why it had to take time. You will understand why I allowed the waiting, the stretching, the tears, and even the silence. Because what I'm preparing for you is far greater than what you were willing to settle for. I know you've been tired. You've fought battles that no one else saw. You carried burdens with a smile. You gave, even when you lacked. You encouraged others while your own heart broke. But hear me, nothing you have endured will be wasted. I am the God who redeems. I take ashes and make beauty. I take mourning and turn it into dancing. I take the broken and build something glorious. You are about to see the redemption of your story. I will use the very things the enemy tried to destroy you with, to elevate you. Do not let fear rob you of what I am giving you. Do not let the pain of the past sabotage the joy of the present. I am doing a new thing. It springs up now. Do you not perceive it? Open your eyes. Lift your head. See what I'm unfolding. You don't have to earn it. It is by grace. You don't have to figure it all out. It is by faith. All I need from you is a heart that believes, hands that are open, and a spirit that is surrendered. That's where miracles begin. I am increasing your capacity. What once overwhelmed you will now be easy to handle. Where you once stumbled, you will now stand firm. The strength you need for the next level is already being poured into you. New wisdom, new endurance, new vision. You are not who you were a year ago, a month ago, even a week ago. You are growing. You are maturing. You are rising. And those around you will notice. They will see my glory upon you. They will ask what changed. And you will point to me. And as I pour into you, I ask that you do not hoard the blessing. You were never meant to be a container. You are a conduit. Let my love flow through you. Let my mercy extend through your words, your actions, your prayers. Be the vessel that carries light into dark places. Be the voice that speaks life where there has been death. Be the hand that lifts the fallen, the heart that loves the rejected, the feet that go where others refuse. As you pour out, I will refill. As you give, I will multiply. I am commissioning you now, not as a spectator, but as a participant in what I'm doing on the earth. You are my ambassador. You carry my name, my spirit, my authority. Don't shrink back. Don't second guess. Move with boldness, speak with clarity, act with compassion, love with fire. You were not saved to stay silent. You were saved to shake the world. And you will, because I have called you, I have anointed you, and I have equipped you for such a time as this. Now lift your hands to me, not in despair, but in worship, not in weakness, but in trust. I am covering you. I am fighting for you. I am surrounding you with favor as a shield. You will lack no good thing. You will walk in peace and power and in purpose. The same Spirit that raised my Son from the dead lives in you. And nothing, no circumstance, no voice, no enemy, can stand against what I have ordained. You are stepping into divine fulfillment, into joy that makes no sense, into victory that defies odds, into a season marked by my unmistakable presence. Stay close to me, stay rooted in my word, and get ready, for the best is still ahead. Listen now, my beloved, for what I am about to declare to you will break the last vestiges of doubt still clinging to your soul. You have walked long through shadows, navigated deserts of despair, and endured nights of silence, so deep you wondered if I still heard you. But I tell you this, I have never stopped listening. I have never turned my face from you, not for a second. I have been watching, holding, and guiding you. Though often unseen, I was closer than your very breath. Now I raise my voice and proclaim over your life restoration, recompense, and revival. Everything the enemy stole, I will repay, not only what was taken, but more. For I am not a God of mere restoration. I am the God of abundance. I give double for shame, beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, and a garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. What was meant to break you has only made you stronger. What was designed to destroy you has become the foundation of your greatest testimony. The battle was never just about you. It was about the generations you will touch, the lives you will influence, and the legacy of faith you will leave. You are a lighthouse now. Yes, you. A beacon on the hill, drawing the lost, the wounded, and the weary. They will come not because you are perfect, but because they see what my grace can do in someone who simply says yes. You will carry healing in your words, power in your prayers, wisdom in your silence, compassion in your hands, and joy, a joy so contagious it will disarm even the most hardened hearts. This is what I've been preparing in you. This is what the waiting has been for. Don't be afraid to walk through the doors I open. Some may be so wide you'll tremble at the threshold, unsure whether you're truly ready. others will seem small, requiring you to bow in humility before entering. But every door is appointed. Every opportunity is divine. You won't have to force anything. What is yours cannot be taken. What I give, no one can steal. Walk through these doors with confidence, not arrogance, but a holy boldness that comes from knowing who your Father is. And when opposition rises, and it will, do not be shaken. Remember this: the storm proves the strength of your foundation. You are not built on sand. You are anchored in me. When the winds howl and the waves crash, you will not fall. I myself am your refuge and fortress. I will silence every accuser. I will scatter every enemy. I will place a hedge of fire around you. You are mine, and I defend my own with fierce love. I know that sometimes your own thoughts have become your greatest battle. The lies, the fears, the whispers that tell you you're not enough, not ready, not worthy. But I say to you now, silence them with my truth. You are chosen. You are redeemed. You are called. You are equipped. You are loved with an everlasting love. Stop giving your insecurities more authority than my promises. They do not define you, I do. My word over you is final and eternal. Cling to it as your anchor and your compass. Let me remind you of who you are in me. You are a warrior, clothed in strength and dignity. You are a prophet, speaking life into dry places. You are a priest, standing in the gap for others with prayers that shake heaven. You are royalty, a child of the Most High, seated with me in heavenly places. You are my delight, the apple of my eye, and the vessel I have chosen to carry my glory. This is not just about your healing, it's about your calling. Not just about survival, but about influence. I want to use every scar, every tear, every pain for my glory. Your life is a sermon the world desperately needs to hear. Not the polished version, but the raw, real, redeemed version that says, I've been through the fire, but I'm still here. I've faced the lion, but I still stand. I've known heartbreak, but love still flows through me. I've been crushed, but I'm not destroyed. Get ready, child. The world has yet to see the fullness of what I will do through you. I am bringing people into your life who will recognize your anointing. I am unlocking gifts within you that have long been dormant. I'm placing new dreams in your heart that will awaken with divine urgency. You will feel me stirring you in the middle of the night, prompting you to pray, to write, to create, to move. Obey those promptings. They are not your imagination. They are my invitation. This is the season where everything shifts. Your past will no longer haunt you. Your failures will no longer hold you hostage. Your fears will no longer mute your voice. I am breathing fresh wind into your sails. I am reigniting the flame that once flickered. I am reminding you that you are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness, not because of who you are alone, but because of who you are with me. Rise, beloved. The time of hiding is over. The days of mourning are being exchanged for dancing. You are stepping into the spotlight of my purpose, not for applause, but for impact. Not for fame, but for transformation. And everywhere you go, you will carry me. You will walk in rooms and atmospheres will shift. You will speak and chains will break. You will worship and heavens will open. You are not ordinary. You are anointed. And now, my beloved, come into the fullness of what I have longed to reveal to you. You have heard my voice. You have felt the movement of my spirit. You have seen glimpses of my power. But now, you shall walk in it. Not merely as one who receives, but as one who gives. For I have chosen you as my vessel, clean, prepared, and filled to overflow. You are not at the end. You are at the threshold of a new beginning, one soaked in purpose and drenched in destiny. I didn't bring you this far to leave you. I have only just begun to unfold what I have planned. You will look back on the pain and realize it was part of the preparation. Every scar will testify of healing. Every valley will declare the power of resurrection. Every loss will become a chapter in your story of victory. You will no longer hide your wounds in shame, but lift them in praise, because what once crushed you has now crowned you with wisdom, strength, and compassion. You're not marked by defeat. You are sealed with triumph. Do you understand now, child? I have placed eternity within you. The divine runs through your veins. My breath lives in your lungs. My spirit empowers your every step. This is why no weapon formed against you could prosper. This is why the pit became a platform, the prison a place of preparation, and the wilderness a path to wonder. Everything was working according to my design, and now, in this divine moment, you see it beginning to make sense. From this day forward, walk like someone who knows they are loved by the Almighty. Think like someone who knows they are backed by heaven. Speak like someone who carries authority. Love like someone whose heart beats with mine. Because you do. You are mine and I am yours, not in a distant ceremonial way, but in the deepest, most personal sense. I live within you. I fight for you. I dance over you. I delight in you. Don't be surprised when new doors open without you knocking. Don't question the favor that finds you. Don't resist the restoration I bring. You've waited long enough. You've endured the process. You've humbled yourself, surrendered your dreams, and sought my face. Now I will lift you up, not to elevate your name, but to glorify mine through you. When they ask, "How did this happen?" your answer will be simple: the Lord did it. And it is marvelous in my eyes. And yes, there will still be trials. Yes, storms will still come. But now you will face them differently. You will not fear, because you know who holds you. You will not waver, because you know where you're anchored. You will not doubt, because my promises have proven true. You will walk through fire, but not be burned. You will face enemies, but not be defeated. You will encounter sorrow, but still carry joy, because my presence goes with you, and in my presence is fullness of life. Remember to keep coming back to me, not only when you're broken, but when you're whole, not only in need, but in gratitude. Let our relationship be one of continual communion, not crisis. Let my word be your daily bread. Let worship be your daily breath. Let prayer be your constant connection. This is how you grow. This is how you stay grounded. This is how you continue walking in victory. And when others come to you, lost, weary, questioning, do not hesitate to share what I've done for you. Tell them your story. Tell them how I healed you, rescued you, sustained you. Let your life be a living testimony of my goodness. Be the one who points others to the light when they can't see it for themselves. Be the one who lifts heads, holds hands, and speaks life. I've called you not just to survive, but to serve. Not just to be blessed, but to be a blessing. Now, as I seal this word in your heart, receive a fresh impartation of my peace, the kind of peace that cannot be shaken, the kind that quiets storms within and without. Let it wrap around you like a cloak. Let it go before you, behind you, and all around you. Let it silence every lie, every fear, every torment. My peace I give you, not as the world gives. My peace is your inheritance. My joy is your strength. My love is your forever. My beloved child, listen closely to the words I speak now, for they carry healing, power, and deep reassurance for your weary soul. This very moment, as your heart trembles beneath the weight of anxiety and your mind runs wild with fears and unanswered questions, I am here. I, your eternal Father, the God who formed you in the secret place, who numbered every hair on your head, speak over you with authority and compassion. Today, your anxiety shall depart, for my presence is near, and my voice brings peace that surpasses all understanding. I have seen you in the quiet desperation of the night, when no one else noticed the tears that soaked your pillow. I have felt every tremor of your soul, every restless tossing, every moment when you cried out in silence, "God, where are you?" And I say to you now, I was there. In the shadows I hovered close. In your breaking, I was your strength. When you thought you couldn't go on, I was the invisible hand lifting your spirit. I never left you, not for a second, and I never will. My child, you are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not forsaken. You are my treasure, my creation, the joy of my heart. And I love you, not for what you've done, not for how well you've performed, not because you've been perfect, but simply because you are mine. Before you took your first breath, I chose you. And even in your mistakes, even in your failures and your fears, I still choose you. You are the apple of my eye, the delight of my soul, and I rejoice over you with singing. Let me speak now to that anxiety that has tried to take hold of you like a prison. Let me command the chains to fall. You have been carrying too much for too long. You've tried to fix everything, control everything, hold it all together, but I never asked you to do that alone. I am your shepherd. I am the one who leads you beside still waters. I am the one who restores your soul. Lay your burdens at my feet and watch how I carry what was never yours to bear. Your job is to trust me. Mine is to sustain you. Do you know that each anxious thought is like a thief, trying to rob you of the joy I've prepared for you? I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Your mind is meant to be filled with thoughts of hope, not horror. Peace, not panic. Every time the enemy whispers that you're not going to make it, that you're failing, that everything is falling apart, I want you to remember that I have already declared your victory. The battle is not yours. It is mine. And I do not lose battles. The blessings I have stored up for you are great, more than you can imagine. But they must come at the right time, in the right way, so that your heart is ready to receive them with wisdom and gratitude. Just as the farmer waits for the rains and the seasons, you too must learn to wait, not with frustration, but with faith. This waiting is not a punishment, it's preparation. It's in this season that I am strengthening your roots, so that when the blessing comes, you will stand firm and not be shaken. I have heard your prayers, I have counted your tears, and I promise you, not one has been wasted. I know you are tired of waiting. I know the anxiety feels overwhelming, but lift your eyes to me. I am still on the throne. I still hold the whole world in my hands, including your world. And I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. I am orchestrating divine appointments, opening doors, aligning circumstances, softening hearts. And at the right time, everything will fall into place. You will look back and see that I was faithful all along. But now, I ask something of you. Make me your priority. Before the rush of your day, before the noise of the world presses in, come to me. Give me the first minutes of your morning. Bend your knees, open your heart, and let me fill you with peace and direction. Don't let your day begin with panic and dread. Let it begin with praise and presence. I am here to guide you, to quiet your fears, to anchor your soul. Speak my promises over your life. Declare my truth louder than the lies. Feed your spirit with my word, and you will be strengthened from the inside out. Reject the poison of complaint and negativity. They are subtle enemies that drain your faith and cloud your joy. Instead, choose gratitude. Even now in this storm, thank me, for I am working it for your good. Let your lips overflow with thanksgiving, and watch anxiety lose its grip. And be wise with those you surround yourself with. If they sow fear, doubt, gossip, and discouragement, distance yourself. I want voices in your life that speak faith, that lift you up, that remind you of who you are in me. Let go of toxic relationships that keep you anchored in fear. Let me bring you friends of purpose, people who will walk with you in prayer, in joy, in hope. The miracles you have been waiting for are near. You are standing on the edge of a divine breakthrough, but you must clear your heart of every hindrance. Bitterness, fear, anger, doubt. They cannot come with you where I'm taking you. Let me heal those places. Let me refresh your soul. This is a new beginning, a holy reset. I'm doing a new thing in your life. Do you not perceive it? You will soon see answers to prayers you thought I had forgotten. You will witness the restoration of what you thought was lost. Your family, your health, your joy, your peace. All of it, redeemed and restored in my perfect time. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have always been with you, and I always will be. Now that you have heard my voice calling out to your soul, let it settle deeply within your spirit, like rain falling on parched earth. Breathe slowly, my beloved. Rest now in the stillness of my presence. For I'm not a God of confusion or pressure, but a Father of peace and tenderness. I see how the world pulls at you, its demands, its noise, its relentless pace. But I say, step away from the whirlwind. Come sit with me. Be still. Let my arms embrace you and quiet every storm swirling inside your mind. You were not created to carry the world upon your shoulders. That burden belongs to me. You were created to walk with me in love, to walk in my grace, and to live in my rest. I never asked you to solve every problem or control every outcome. Instead, I asked you to trust me with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Your anxious striving, your need to figure it all out, these are only draining you. But if you will release control, you will gain strength. If you surrender, you will be free. Anxiety thrives in the absence of trust, but peace flows when your soul surrenders to the rhythm of my will. You see only the next step, but I see the entire path. I see where you will stumble, where you will triumph, and where I will carry you when your strength runs out. I am not surprised by your weaknesses. I'm not disappointed by your questions. I know your humanity, for I formed it. I know how fragile your heart can feel, and still I call it beautiful. Child, let me reassure you once more. I've got you. I've always had you. Even in moments when you felt abandoned, when fear gripped your chest like a vice, I was right there. I whispered peace into the silence. I protected you from dangers you didn't even see, and I wept with you in the pain you did see. I am not far away. I am close, closer than the breath in your lungs. I am the strength that holds your body together. I am the light that has guided you through every night. You're not weak for feeling anxious. You're not broken beyond repair. You're not failing because you're struggling. You're human, and you are mine. And that truth alone carries eternal power. I have placed my spirit inside of you, and that spirit is not afraid. That spirit is mighty and victorious and filled with perfect peace. Every time you feel your pulse quicken, every time your chest tightens with anxiety, pause and remember, my spirit is stronger than this fear. Speak to your heart. Tell it the truth. I am with you. I will never leave you. You are safe in me. The world will try to convince you that you must do more, earn more, be more to be at peace. But I tell you, peace is not a product of your performance. Peace is a fruit of my presence. The more time you spend with me, the more anchored you become. It's not about striving. It's about staying close. Come to me not with a list of achievements, but with an open heart. Come as you are, messy, tired, tear-streaked, hopeful. I will meet you in your honesty, and transform your anxiety into assurance. Speak my name when fear rises. Call upon me when your mind spirals. Even in a whisper, I hear you. And when you speak my name, Father, God, Lord, you invite me to do what only I can do. Calm the storm, silence the enemy, restore your soul. There is no power on earth or in hell that can stand against my voice. When I speak, creation responds. When I move, darkness flees. When I hold you, nothing can touch you. Don't be afraid of what tomorrow holds. You are not walking into it alone. I've already gone ahead of you. I'm already in your tomorrow. And just as I've provided for you in the past, I will provide again. Remember how I carried you through seasons you thought you'd never survive? Did I not come through before? Then why would I stop now? I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My faithfulness has no expiration. My promises never fail. This is not the end of your story. This is a turning point. You are not standing at the edge of collapse, but at the beginning of breakthrough. Don't let anxiety lie to you. Don't let fear convince you that all is lost. I'm writing something beautiful in your life even now. The darkest ink of despair is becoming the bold lettering of redemption. You are not unraveling. You are unfolding. Trust the process. Trust the potter who shapes the clay with intention and love. And even when you don't feel strong enough to pray, know this: I am still listening. Even your sighs are sacred to me. Your tears are language. Your silence, your longing, your ache. It all reaches my heart. I am not a distant ruler. I'm your loving Father. I draw near to the brokenhearted. I bind up the wounds of the weary. I lift up the crushed in spirit. I'm your safe place. I'm your rescue. So breathe again, beloved. Take this moment and just breathe. Let go of what you can't control. Lay it at my feet. Let me carry it. Let me take the weight, the worry, the wondering. I've got it. More importantly, I've got you. Let my words be like warm oil poured over your troubled soul. Let them soften the hard places, smooth the jagged edges of your thoughts, and soothe the storm within. My child, I know you have been walking with so many unanswered questions. Why things happened the way they did, why doors closed, why people you trusted turned away, why peace feels just out of reach. But I remind you again, my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts far beyond what you can understand in this moment. You do not need all the answers to rest. You need only my presence, and that you already have. You've been trying to make sense of pain, to analyze loss, to decode silence, but in the process, you've exhausted yourself. You weren't designed to carry the weight of why. That's why I invite you, even now, to come out from under the strain of overthinking and step into the simplicity of trust. It doesn't mean giving up your mind, your logic, your reasoning. It means surrendering them to me. It means admitting that I see what you don't, and that my vision is complete. What feels like a delay is often my divine protection. What seems like absence is me working quietly behind the scenes. Even now, I'm planting seeds of peace within you, seeds that will bloom into strength, wisdom, and joy. Don't rush the growth. Peace doesn't come with force. It arrives in surrender. It comes when you learn to stop striving and start resting in my promises. I see the clenched fists of your heart, trying so hard to hold it all together. Release them. Open your hands, your heart, your hopes, and place them in mine. You are safe here. You're not too much for me. Your emotions don't scare me. Your weakness doesn't repel me. In fact, it draws me closer, because I delight in being your strength. Let me tell you something precious, something eternal. You are never alone. Though the enemy has whispered lies in the silence, telling you that no one understands, no one cares, not even me, I silence him now. I expose those lies and shine the light of truth upon your heart. I am here. I have always been here. When you walked through that heartbreak, I was by your side. When you sat alone in the darkness, I was holding you. When you broke down, I leaned down and whispered comfort. You've never been abandoned. You've always been surrounded by my love, even when you couldn't feel it. Let this truth settle deep within you. My love is not conditional. It does not come and go like the tide. It does not depend on your mood, your mistakes, or your merits. It simply is. Eternal, unchanging, fierce and gentle all at once. It's a covering over you, a shield, a refuge. It is the banner I wave over your life. And this love casts out fear, because when you know how deeply you are loved, you stop needing to control everything. You stop trying to earn your worth. You rest, you breathe, you live free. Take time each day to sit with me, not just when you're desperate, but because you love me. Let this be the rhythm of your life. Worship, rest, surrender, repeat. You don't need fancy words, just your heart. Let your prayer be as simple as, Father, I'm here, I need you, and I will respond every time. I will flood your spirit with my peace. I will anoint you with fresh oil. I will refresh your mind and fill your heart with strength. You will rise from those moments not just comforted, but empowered. Do not underestimate what I can do in stillness. The world celebrates noise, speed, and production, but I move in whispers. I transform in silence. I rebuild in rest, and in this quiet place, I am reshaping you. Not just to survive, but to soar. The very anxiety that once crippled you is being replaced with supernatural courage. The fear that once held you captive is losing its grip. I am rewiring your thinking, renewing your vision, and restoring your passion. You will dream again. You will believe again. You will live without fear. Yes, there will be days when anxiety tries to creep back in. That's not failure. That's a battle. And I have equipped you with everything you need to win. You have my word. It is your sword. You have prayer. It is your communication with me, your source of strength. You have worship. It is your weapon of breakthrough. Use them. Don't give in to the old voices. Don't allow past pain to rewrite the truth of your identity. You are not a slave to fear. You are not defined by trauma. You are my child. You are an overcomer. You are victorious. I'm surrounding you right now with peace that doesn't make sense to the world. Peace in the middle of the chaos. Peace when nothing changes outwardly, but everything shifts inwardly. This is my gift to you. Not just a moment of peace, but a lifestyle of it. Peace that anchors. Peace that leads. Peace that marks you as mine. Wear it like armor. Carry it into your relationships, your work, your home. Let it shine from your eyes and soften your voice. Let people wonder what changed and tell them it was me. Your life is a testimony. Your journey is a message of hope. And every anxious night you endured will one day become a beacon for others. You will comfort with the comfort you have received. You will speak peace into panic, joy into sorrow, truth into lies. Because you know what it's like to suffer, and you will know what it's like to be set free. Now, my precious one, let me take you deeper still. You've tasted the first fruits of my peace, and I want you to know this. There is more, much more. My peace is not fleeting, not temporary, not dependent on your situation or your surroundings. It is a peace rooted in my very nature, flowing endlessly from my heart to yours. It is not like what the world offers, momentary distraction or shallow calm, but a deep, abiding tranquility that steadies your soul through every trial. I want this peace to dwell richly in you. I want it to shape how you see the world, how you treat yourself, how you speak to others. But first, you must be willing to let go. Let go of the illusion of control. Let go of the belief that your value comes from productivity. Let go of the fear that tells you if you don't handle everything perfectly, it will all fall apart. You see, you were never meant to hold the world in your hands. That is my job. Your role is to walk with me, step by step, in trust and humility. When you live this way, the anxiety begins to lose its grip. It cannot thrive in the soil of surrender. I know you've been hurt by people who didn't understand you, by friends who turned away, by family who didn't see your pain, by voices that told you to just get over it when you were barely holding on. But I, your Father, understand completely. I see your heart behind every tear. I know the reasons for your panic, the roots of your fear, the hidden wounds others don't see. And I say to you now, I'm not ashamed of your struggle. I'm not frustrated with your journey. I'm walking every step with you. And I'm proud of your courage, even on the days you feel weak. Let me teach you how to live in peace, not just visit it, not just hope for it, but live in it. It starts by building a rhythm of rest, not a rest that comes from avoiding life, but a holy rest, born of knowing who holds your life. Carve out sacred space for me even in the busyness. In your car, at your desk, during your daily chores. Whisper my name. Invite me in. When your thoughts start to race, pause and say, God is with me. I'm not alone. And let that truth stop the storm before it grows. You will face trials, yes, but I have not left you unequipped. I have placed my spirit inside of you. I have wrapped you in grace. I have covered you in righteousness. I have written my promises on your heart. And those promises are stronger than your fear. When the anxiety rises, answer it with my word. Say aloud what I've declared over you. I am more than a conqueror. I have not been given a spirit of fear. He who began a good work in me will complete it. This is how you fight, not with force, but with faith. And remember, peace isn't the absence of conflict, it's my presence in the middle of it. Even when the storm rages, you can be still. Even when nothing makes sense, you can be secure. You are anchored in me. You are held fast by my faithfulness. I do not waver. I do not change. What I've spoken over your life, I will accomplish. My timeline may not match yours, but it is perfect. And my delays are never denials. They are divine pauses that lead to better outcomes than you could imagine. Lean into my love. It is not a distant concept. It is active, powerful, and real. My love is your shield against shame, your comfort in the dark, your light in confusion. When you doubt yourself, come back to my love. When fear whispers that you're not enough, shout back with truth. My Father loves me. Let my love be the atmosphere you breathe in daily. Let it renew your mind, quiet your fears, and bring clarity to your decisions. Some days you will feel strong. Others, you may feel overwhelmed. That's okay. Your peace does not depend on your emotions. It depends on me. And I do not change. I will never be less faithful than I was yesterday. I will never love you less than I do right now. Your feelings may shift like the wind, but my presence remains steady. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your heart open to me. I am your unshakable refuge. Let me remind you again, you are not behind. You are not failing. You are not forgotten. You are right where I need you to be for what I am preparing you to receive. Every delay is refining your character. Every quiet season is deepening your roots. Every moment of surrender is building a foundation for lasting peace. Don't despise the process. Embrace it. It is holy. It is beautiful. And it is necessary for where I am taking you. And yes, there is purpose in your pain. I do not waste your tears. I collect them, I count them, and I turn them into seeds of joy. What feels like breaking is actually becoming. What looks like the end is often the beginning of something greater. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep leaning into me. The anxiety you feel now is not your final identity. It is not who you are. You are not a diagnosis, not a statistic, not a hopeless case. You are a warrior being healed. You are a child being restored. You are a heart being made whole. So breathe, beloved. Breathe in my peace. Exhale the fear. Rest in my arms. Let today be a turning point, a sacred moment of surrender. I am here. I love you, and I am not finished with you yet. My beloved, let me take you even deeper into the place where peace reigns and anxiety loses its voice. You've come this far with trembling steps, with questions, with burdens too heavy to carry alone. But haven't you noticed the change already? The trembling has turned to stillness. The racing thoughts have begun to quiet. That's not a coincidence. It's my presence working within you. This is not just comfort. This is transformation. I am reshaping the atmosphere of your soul. What once was a battleground is becoming holy ground. Let me speak clearly now, so there is no room left for doubt. You are not a victim of fear. You are not a prisoner to anxiety. You are not powerless. You are mine. And I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When I breathed life into you, I placed within you a strength that cannot be stolen, only hidden beneath layers of pain and doubt. But I am uncovering it now. I'm peeling back every lie that ever told you you're not enough. I am destroying every agreement you unknowingly made with fear, shame, and defeat. Let me show you who you really are. You are not just someone trying to get by. You are a royal son, a beloved daughter. You are my masterpiece, not a mistake. I crafted you with intention and wove divine potential into your DNA. Your existence is not random. Your heartbeat echoes with eternity. You were born with purpose, and that purpose cannot be derailed by anxiety, depression, or the dark valleys you've walked through. I use all things, even your pain, for your good and for my glory. When you felt unseen, I saw you. When you felt unloved, I held you. When you felt forgotten, I was calling your name. I've been pursuing your heart every day of your life, and even now, I'm drawing you closer. Not to overwhelm you with rules or demand perfection, but to invite you into the fullness of life that I alone can give. I want to take what's heavy and replace it with joy. I want to take your anxiety and give you unwavering peace. I want to take your weariness and fill you with divine strength. Let's talk about those nights, the ones when you couldn't sleep, when your thoughts spiraled out of control, when your pillow was soaked with tears. You thought no one noticed, but I did. I was there, not as a distant observer, but as a father sitting beside your bed, whispering comfort while you wept. And even when you couldn't hear me, I never left. You are never alone in your suffering. My presence never wavers. I am the anchor in your storm, the rock beneath your shaking feet. The world will always offer counterfeit peace, numbing distractions, empty promises, shallow relief. But what I give is real, lasting, and transformative. My peace is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of me in every problem. It is the knowledge that even in the chaos, you are held by unshakable hands. When the world around you is uncertain, I remain your certainty. When everything feels like it's falling apart, remember, I'm holding all things together. Yes, I know that sometimes even hearing these words feels too good to be true. You wonder, can this peace really be mine? Yes, my child. It's not only possible, it's promised. And my promises do not return void. They accomplish what I send them to do. So I speak peace over your mind right now. I declare calm over every storm in your thoughts. I silence the inner critic that speaks lies and replaces it with my voice of truth. You are safe. You are seen. You are surrounded by me. I don't ask you to ignore your feelings. I ask you to bring them to me. Every anxious thought, every hidden fear, every unspoken worry, lay them before me like an offering. I can handle them. I can carry what you were never meant to. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't have to hold it all together. Just be honest, be vulnerable, be real. I am not afraid of your mess. I died to redeem it. Let me remind you, healing is not always instant. Sometimes it's a journey, a process of daily choosing to believe me, even when your emotions say otherwise. That's why I urge you, keep showing up, keep coming back to me. Don't measure progress by how you feel in the moment. Trust that something holy is happening beneath the surface. Seeds of peace are taking root. Joy is being restored. Identity is being rebuilt. You may not see it yet, but one day you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. I am not finished with you, not even close. What looks like delay is preparation. What feels like silence is a divine pause. I am writing your story, and it will be one of redemption, victory, and beauty from ashes. You will rise from this. You will testify of my goodness. You will walk in freedom, not because of your strength, but because of mine. So breathe once more. Let this breath be your declaration. I am not afraid. I am not alone. My God is with me, and He is faithful. Let this be the rhythm of your life. Let peace be your portion, not just occasionally, but daily. Let joy become your strength again. Let hope be rekindled like a fire that cannot be extinguished. My child, now that you have tasted of my peace, let me draw you into an even deeper embrace. The anxiety that once shouted loud in your ears is beginning to grow quiet, not because the world around you has changed, but because your heart is becoming anchored in me. This is the miracle I long for you to experience, not just a momentary relief, but a radical, unshakable transformation. You are not born to live in survival mode. I created you to thrive, to soar, to walk boldly in the calling I placed upon your life before the foundations of the world were laid. Come closer. Listen carefully to what I am saying, for it is my voice that brings truth, and truth will always set you free. The chains of fear that once held you so tightly are breaking, and not only breaking, they are being shattered, reduced to dust, never to bind you again. I am rebuilding your life on the foundation of trust, on the rock of my faithfulness. This is not an abstract hope. It is a living promise, sealed in my covenant with you, secured by my hand and fueled by my unfailing love. Do not allow the enemy to trick you into believing that the peace you feel now is fragile. It is not. It is forged by my power, sustained by my presence, and guarded by my angels. You see, I have commanded heaven to stand watch over you. I have stationed my heavenly hosts around your home, your thoughts, your dreams, and your steps. You are surrounded by protection, even when you sleep, even when you don't feel it, even when fear tries to say otherwise. Nothing and no one can penetrate the shield I have wrapped around you unless you let them in. And today, I call you to close the door to fear, once and for all. This means changing how you speak, not just to others, but to yourself. You've believed the lie for too long that anxiety is just part of who you are, that it's something you'll always live with. But I'm telling you this, it is not your identity. It is not your destiny. You are not bound to it. You are not defined by it. I am the one who defines you. I call you my beloved, my chosen, my delight. And I say to you that your future is bright, not because of your circumstances, but because of my plans for you. Let me remind you of who I am. I am the God who led my people through the wilderness with a cloud by day and fire by night. I am the God who shut the mouths of lions, who split the sea in two, who raised the dead and healed the brokenhearted. I am not just the God of ancient miracles. I am the God of your today, the God of your tomorrow. And I still do the impossible. I still calm storms. I still heal minds. I still silence fear. And I still restore joy. You're not too broken. You're not too late. You're exactly where you need to be for me to do what only I can do. There will come a day sooner than you think when you'll look back on this season, not with pain, but with praise. You'll see how I carried you, how I whispered truth in the silence, how I fortified your spirit even when you felt like giving up. And you will testify. Your story will become someone else's survival guide. Your breakthrough will unlock freedom for others. This is how I multiply the beauty of redemption. This is how I turn mourning into dancing. Not just for you, but for everyone you will touch with the light that now grows in your heart. Let me speak now to the weariness you carry. I see the days when it feels like a battle just to get out of bed. I know the nights when your mind won't rest, when your chest feels heavy and your thoughts race like a storm. I know the frustration of not being able to explain to others why you feel the way you do. But I also know the strength it takes to keep going, the courage it takes to pray when you don't have words, the faith it takes to believe that healing is possible. And I honor that, I bless that, I reward that. You may feel weak, but you are stronger than you realize, not because of your own strength, but because of mine in you. When you fall, I am there. When you doubt, I remain faithful. When you question, I provide wisdom. I am not moved by your emotion. I am anchored by my love, and I am never tired of being your strength. I don't grow weary of your need. I am not frustrated with your process. I am patient. I am kind. I am near, and I delight in being your father. So let's walk together, one step at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to impress me. You just have to be willing. Willing to keep showing up. Willing to keep trusting. Willing to keep placing your hand in mine, even when the road feels long. And I promise you this: I will never let you fall. I will never let you walk alone. I will carry you when you're tired. I will fight for you when you're weak. And I will rejoice with you when your freedom comes. Because it will come. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter of clarity, calm, and confidence in me. Fear is being evicted. Peace is moving in. And joy is on its way. This is your inheritance. This is my promise. Receive it now, with open hands, with open heart, with childlike faith. I am your God. I am your peace. And I am with you, always. Now, beloved child, come even closer, for I want you to know what my love looks like in the moments when the world is loud and the noise of life threatens your peace. I do not retreat when your emotions become overwhelming. I draw near. I do not scold you for your trembling. I hold you tighter. When your soul feels like a battlefield, I step in as the commander of peace, not with condemnation, but with compassion. I see every tear as a sacred prayer. I count them, bottle them, and respond to them. Not one has been ignored. Even the ones that fell in silence when no one else was watching caught my attention. You are deeply known and tenderly understood. There is no shame in feeling anxious, but there is power in refusing to let it define you. Every moment you stand your ground and whisper, "I trust you, God," is a declaration of war against the lies that have tried to rule your mind. Every moment you choose faith over fear, you shift the atmosphere. That's why the enemy fights so hard to keep you in the cycle of worry, because he knows that when you walk in my peace, you become unstoppable. He knows that your freedom will set others free. That's why I keep whispering, "Do not be afraid. I am with you." There's a courage being born inside of you. that cannot be taken away. It is not the kind of courage that depends on external strength or flawless performance. No, this courage is rooted in the revelation of my nearness. It grows each time you lean on me instead of your own understanding. It strengthens every time you worship instead of worry, every time you pray instead of panic. And yes, there will be days when you'll feel the pressure again. The old patterns may try to return, but now you know where to run. Now you know who your anchor is. You are not created to live a life of torment. You are not designed to be a slave to anxious thoughts. I made you for joy, for rest, for peace that surpasses understanding. And this peace is not reserved for some distant future. It's available right now, in this very breath, in this very moment. Let your heart inhale it. Let your spirit absorb it like dry ground receiving rain. I am pouring out my presence on you, not in a trickle, but in abundance. Enough to saturate every dry place. Enough to wash away every trace of fear. When you feel like giving up, remember this: I am not finished. What you see as a dead end, I see as a doorway. What you view as failure, I see as formation. I never waste pain. I never overlook a prayer. Even when you don't see results right away, trust that I am working. I am not in a rush. I am in the business of transformation, not just temporary fixes. I am building something lasting in you, a resilience that no storm can shatter, a faith that laughs at fear, a joy that dances in the valley. You have often looked to others for affirmation, for comfort, for guidance, and while I can use people to bless you, never forget that I am your source. When others disappoint or abandon you, I remain. When the people you thought would understand cannot bear your truth, I receive you without hesitation. You never have to edit yourself in my presence. You never have to hide or pretend. I see it all, and I still choose you. I still pursue you. I still desire to be your dwelling place. So today I ask you to stop measuring your progress by worldly standards. Healing is not a straight line. Growth is not always visible. But I see every step forward, even when it feels small. Celebrate it. Rejoice in the victories others don't see. That time you chose to pray instead of panic, I saw it. That moment you smiled even while you were hurting because you trusted me to carry you, I celebrated it. You are doing better than you think. You are further along than you realize. Let my word become your daily bread, not just something you visit in moments of crisis, but the nourishment of your soul. When you meditate on my truth, you give me permission to shape your thoughts. And when I shape your thoughts, your life follows. Anxiety thrives on lies, but peace flows from truth. And the truth is this: you are not hopeless. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not disqualified. You are mine. And I am rewriting the narrative of your life. I am restoring your ability to dream again. Not the kind of dreams that are fragile or built on human strength, but the dreams that come from my spirit, the dreams that reflect your purpose. I am enlarging your vision. Where you once saw limitation, you will now see opportunity. Where you once felt stuck, you will now walk in freedom. Where fear once held you back, boldness will now push you forward. This is the work I am doing inside of you quietly, faithfully, powerfully. Do not worry if others don't understand this season you're in. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your healing journey. Some will misinterpret your stillness as weakness, but I know it is strength. Some will not see the battles you fight in secret, but I honor every single one. I am not looking for performance. I am looking for your heart. And I see a heart that is open, willing, and hungry for more of me. So rise, beloved. Let this be the day you step fully into the peace that is already yours. Let this be the moment you stop trying to earn what I've already given. Let this be the hour you decide that anxiety no longer gets to control your life. I'm with you. I'm for you. I go before you, and I surround you. Nothing can separate you from my love, not even your worst days. Let that truth echo through your being. Let it settle in your bones. Let it become the anthem of your soul. I am loved. I am safe. I am free. And now, my child, as the waves of anxiety lose their grip on your soul, let me take you even deeper into the truth of who you are in me. For too long, your identity has been shaped by fear, by the labels others placed on you, and by the storms you endured. But hear me now. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not the brokenness you have experienced. You are mine. You are my delight. You are my masterpiece, fearfully and wonderfully made, crafted with intention and sealed with purpose. I have not only called you out of anxiety, I have called you into wholeness. This is not just a release from pain. It is an entrance into divine peace. Not a fleeting feeling, but a new way of being. A lifestyle rooted in my presence. A mindset governed by truth. A heart aligned with heaven. This is what I offer you, not merely survival, but revival. Not merely comfort, but commissioning. You are being raised up, beloved, not only to walk in peace, but to carry it into every space you enter. The world desperately needs what I have placed inside you. It needs your voice, your story, your compassion, your testimony. Others are still drowning in fear, still searching for hope, and I will use your life as a beacon. You will not need to shout, for my peace in you will speak louder than any words. Your calm will quiet chaos. Your joy will disrupt despair. Your love will drive out fear, because it is my love flowing through you. There is a weight of glory resting on your life now. Do not be afraid of it. Do not shrink back from it. You were born for this. You were chosen for this. I will equip you for everything I call you to do. I do not give visions without provision. I do not stir dreams without preparing the way. You may not see the full path now, but trust this. Your steps are ordered. Your future is secure, and my hand is upon you. Do not be discouraged by slow progress. Healing is a journey, and I walk it with you. Each day you rise with me, you are stronger. Each time you reject fear, you are braver. Each moment you choose hope, you are becoming more like the one I created you to be. This is sanctification. This is transformation. It is holy, and it is happening now. You may still feel the occasional tremor of anxiety, but know this: it no longer holds the same power. What once controlled you now bows to me. The enemy may try to remind you of your past, but I remind him of his defeat. You are no longer a victim. You are victorious. You are not walking toward freedom. You are walking from it, because I already declared you free. And now I want to awaken dreams in you that anxiety tried to bury. Dreams you set aside because you were too tired, too overwhelmed, too afraid. But I never forgot them. I planted them in you for a reason. I protected them even when you didn't realize it. And now I am watering them again. They are sprouting. They are growing. It's time to believe again. Time to hope again. Time to build again. Lift up your eyes. Can you see the horizon of promise I'm bringing into view? Can you feel the fire returning to your spirit? This is me breathing life back into what you thought was dead. This is me proving that your best days are not behind you. They are ahead. This is me showing you that nothing is too hard, too far gone, or too broken for my hands to redeem. Let me also speak to your nights when fear creeps in and whispers lies. I am your defender. I watch over you while you sleep. I station my angels around you, and I speak peace into your dreams. Rest in this truth. You are covered. You are safe. No shadow of darkness can overtake the light I have placed within you. Let your pillow be soaked, not in tears of sorrow, but in tears of joy, for the battle is no longer yours. It is mine. And oh, how I delight in fighting for you. Not because you are weak, but because I am strong, and you are precious to me. I do not sit distant or indifferent. I step into the fray. I silence the accuser. I still the storm. I break the chains. I open the doors. And I do it all because I love you, because you are mine, because I made a covenant with you that cannot be broken. So don't let your heart be troubled anymore. Don't let your mind spiral into what-ifs. Don't let anxiety define the atmosphere of your home, your relationships, or your destiny. You are the thermostat, not the thermometer. You set the temperature with your faith. You shift atmospheres with your worship. You command peace to reign with your declarations of truth. This is your authority. This is your inheritance. And now I'm lifting the weight that sat heavy on your chest. Feel the lightness of my presence replacing the pressure. Feel the warmth of my spirit soaking into every cold place. This is your moment. This is your breakthrough. This is where everything begins to change, not because of your striving, but because of your surrender. Let go and let me lead. Let go and let me love you. Let go and let me carry you where your feet cannot take you on their own. Come closer still, my beloved, for I have yet more to say, more to pour into your soul. Now that the veil of fear is being lifted, I want you to see yourself as I see you. Not as the world labels you, not through the fog of past pain, but through the clarity of divine truth. I see strength where you have seen only struggle. I see beauty in the places you thought were broken. I see purpose in your pain and destiny where others saw only defeat. You are a vessel chosen by me, not by accident, not by coincidence, but by design. I knit you together with careful thought and holy intention. Every detail of your being carries my signature. Do not waste another moment doubting your value. My love for you is not fragile, and it is not dependent on your performance. You don't have to strive to earn what has already been given freely. You are already accepted, already loved, already worthy. And because of this love, I have made you powerful, not by human might, but by my spirit. You walk in authority because you walk with me. Look now at your surroundings, not with the eyes of fear, but with the eyes of faith. What once felt like wilderness will now become a garden. What once looked like ruins will now become the foundation of a temple of glory. Every stone the enemy tried to throw at you, I now turn into building blocks for your future. Where others tried to bury you, I am planting you. And from your life, a harvest of righteousness, joy, and peace will spring forth. You were not meant to blend in. You were meant to shine. My light in you is not a flicker, it is a flame. Let it burn. Let it guide you. Let it warm others who are cold with hopelessness. And when they come to you asking where your peace comes from, tell them, it comes from the Father who sees me, knows me, and loves me without measure. That is your testimony. That is your anthem. You may wonder if you are truly ready to step into this next season, but let me reassure you, I have already prepared you. Every hardship taught you endurance. Every disappointment refined your trust. Every unanswered prayer trained you to hear my voice more clearly. You are ready, even if you feel unsure. You are strong, even if you feel weak. You are radiant, even if you've been overlooked. I see you. I call you. I equip you. Let me speak to that part of your heart that still hesitates, that still whispers, what if I fall again? Beloved, even if you do, I will catch you. I have never stopped being your safety net. My grace doesn't expire when you make a mistake. My mercy isn't fragile. You are free to try, free to risk, free to grow, because I will never stop walking with you, guiding you, lifting you up when you stumble. I'm not expecting perfection, I'm inviting intimacy. Anxiety loses its power in the presence of unconditional love, and I have given you that love in abundance. Let it become your foundation, your anchor, your fuel. Let it shape the way you think, the way you speak, the way you respond to life. Love will lead you where fear never could. Love will empower you to forgive where bitterness wanted to root itself. Love will heal what trauma fractured. Love will steady you when emotions surge like a storm. Today, I want you to begin living like someone who has been healed, not because you never feel anxious again, but because anxiety no longer controls you. Live like someone who knows the truth. God is with me, so I will not be shaken. Let these words become your shield. Let them push back the lies. Let them rise in your heart as a battle cry when fear tries to return. Do not be surprised when old patterns try to re-emerge. That is only the enemy trying to test your resolve. But now you are wiser. Now you have discernment. Now you know where to run. And when the darkness tries to speak, you will speak louder. You will declare my promises. You will open your mouth and release praise instead of panic, worship instead of worry. And I will inhabit that praise. I will dwell in that worship. And where I dwell, there is liberty. The liberty I give is not temporary. It does not come and go with circumstances. It is eternal. It is rooted in the very nature of who I am. I am peace. I am joy. I am the Prince of Peace, and I have given myself to you without reservation. There's no part of me that I have withheld from you, so do not withhold yourself from me. Bring me your whole heart, every doubt, every hope, every question. I can handle all of it. Now, with my hand over your heart, I seal this moment in heaven and on earth. I declare over you, you are free, you are whole, you are new. Anxiety has no home in you. Fear has no claim on you. The lies that once wrapped around your thoughts are breaking and falling away. My truth is rewriting your story. My spirit is renewing your mind. My love is rebuilding your life. I will continue to speak. I will continue to guide. I will never grow weary of you. I will never give up on you. You are the joy of my heart, the focus of my affection, the reason I sent my son. You matter more than you know. You carry more than you realize, and you are stepping into more than you imagined. Now, beloved child of mine, as we reach the fullness of this message, let me place the seal of my promise deep within your spirit. You have journeyed through the valley of fear, through the fog of anxiety, through the prison of your own thoughts. And here you are, standing with me in the light. This is not just a moment of encouragement. This is a divine decree. The chains are broken. The gates are open. And what awaits you now is a new life, walking in my peace, led by my Spirit and covered in my eternal love. I am the Lord your God. I do not forget. I do not fail. My covenant with you is everlasting, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can break it. Though the earth shakes and kingdoms fall, my love for you remains. I swore by my own name, because there is none greater, that I would be faithful to you. And I have kept that oath. I have carried you through storms that should have drowned you. I have held your heart when it was breaking. I have whispered to your soul when it was screaming. I have never left, not for a single moment. Lift your head now, look into the days ahead, not with dread, but with expectation. What you could not do before, you will now do with confidence. The very places where you once trembled, you will now tread with boldness. Doors will open before you, not because you forced them, but because I, the Almighty, have gone ahead to prepare the way. My favor surrounds you like a shield. My angels are assigned to you. My spirit is alive in you. There is no room left for fear to occupy what I now fill with glory. Even in the days to come, when life tries to challenge this peace, remember, peace is not the absence of trouble. Peace is the presence of your God in the middle of it. And I am not going anywhere. I will walk with you through the noise. I will guide you through the fog. I will quiet the storm with just one word from my mouth. You are safe, not because the world is safe, but because I am your refuge. Let every thought be taken captive by this truth. You are deeply loved. You are never alone. You are forever mine. When your emotions try to rise like a wave, speak to them my words. When your mind begins to wander into the realm of what-ifs, anchor it again in my promises. My word is your weapon. My presence is your fortress, and my voice is your compass. Speak life. Speak truth. Speak what I have said about you. Do not repeat the lies of anxiety. Do not rehearse the narratives of defeat. Declare my truth boldly. I am a child of God. I am free from fear. I am filled with power. I'm crowned with purpose. I'm surrounded by grace. This is your identity. This is your inheritance. And now step into your calling. You are not only free for yourself, you are free to free others. You are healed so you may heal. You are comforted so you may comfort. You are empowered so you may empower. The world is waiting for your voice. The world is waiting for your light. Shine, beloved. Shine brightly. Do not dim your light to fit in with fear-filled places. You are made to stand out, to rise up, to declare the goodness of your God with every breath you take. The days ahead will not be perfect, but they will be filled with promise. You will still face battles, but now you know who fights for you. You will still encounter sorrow, but now joy is your constant companion. You will still hear the whisper of fear, but now you have learned how to silence it with truth. You are equipped. You are prepared. You are victorious. Do not return to what I have delivered you from. Let the past remain in the past. Forgive what needs to be forgiven. Release what needs to be let go. And walk forward with open hands, ready to receive every good thing I have stored up for you. My blessings will chase you down. My favor will mark your steps. My glory will go before you and be your rear guard. You are not hoping for scraps. You are walking in abundance. Remember this always. I am not just your creator. I am your shepherd. I lead you beside still waters. I restore your soul. I walk with you through the valley, and I set a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I anoint your head with oil. Your cup overflows. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, and you shall dwell in my house forever. Amen. If this word has stirred your heart, share it. Let my message reach those who are hungry for hope.